I just realized that like last week I didn't even show the pickups that I got. So whatever. I'm so bad at pickups. JJ's running a little bit late today, but that's okay. We'll get some cool stuff we have right now. A long time ago, I met a guy who would just comment in the section about books, and it was like crazily stupid. And I was like, "Oh my god, if you're going to talk so much about the novels, why don't you just come on?" And he did. And then after that, he was like, "Listen, man, I'd like to make a little bit of money. How do I do that by selling shit?" And I said, "Well, you're doing it wrong." Now, I've given multiple people this advice before in different things, like stay in your lane, stuff like that. I will say, over the same time, there was two guys. There was a big, fat, round-headed guy who's on welfare and just refused to get off of it. And then there was a curly-hair guy who loves blue bears. One of them actually took my advice. The other just kept saying he was built different. But the one who took my advice is doing pretty well. And today he's going to give you top 10 books that he buys and sells. I don't know why he's telling you people this, but I guess it's just pacing forward. And to be honest with you, he's been doing pretty good. I think he actually makes more doing that now than he does his regular job.
Not that, no.
It's close, though? It's close.
More per hour, for sure.
Yeah, more per hour. Okay, yeah. No, your last year, you had a really good last year. I mean, let's be honest. You had a really good last year. So he'll cover some of that stuff. On another note, I don't know what the other note is. I'm going to pray tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's fun.
With a blue bear?
I got to kiss baby soon.
The only blue alien that really means something, Stitch.
How was it, Dom? Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah?
I cried. I was sad. I had
I'm not worried about you, Dom.
You
haven't done a show in like a month where you haven't said you cried.
Listen to me. I'm a very emotional guy, man. When it comes to sad stuff, and especially when it comes to Lilo and Stitch, about family and about Ohana, no one gets left behind, stuff like that. That really hits me in the heart, man, because I love that stuff, and it's just something that family to me means everything. And when you can find something that it's broken.
It's a movie about an alien.
Dude, but it has it's meaning. It has a meaning. The parents die.
Time out. I don't want to hear blue bear on blue bear hate here because both of you are ridiculous.
Exactly.
You guys are both of you cry over cartoons, which is just phenomenally something I do not care.
You know what, man?
Enough to cry over.
Lilo and Stitch means a lot to me. It definitely brings back a lot of stuff, because I think about my parents, man, when they passed away and stuff like that. And I know I'm a grown-ass man, but the fact is that anything to do with the family dynamic that makes that mend people together and bringing somebody from the outside to be part of the family to make it whole, that hits me right here, man. And I'm always gonna friggin' have.
You just should. How about this? Instead of watching that and doing that, just go out there in the streets, help the people out. It'll mean a lot more. That's all I'm saying. I mean, look, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I feel you though. I mean, I lost my dad when I was when I was in my 20s. So so that sucks. I mean, I know how that feels, but all right.
This made me happy. I got the freaking popcorn bucket.
Tell me the popcorn doesn't come out of his mouth.
No. You have a little back. Open the back.
Oh, that's weird. But cool. I mean, whatever floats your boat, bro.
What?
Are you going to use it?
Nope.
I get what they're saying. Okay, let's go to the comments because I think they're making what was that car thing? What was the car show? The one where the guy died? Fast and the Furious. I think they're making Fast and the Furious references. Yeah. Thumbs up, high. I've only watched like 2 of them. I watched Tokyo Drift and the regular one.
Because his name is Dom Toretto, and that's why.
Hold on, Dom. Don't ruin it. We'll get to it. Star Wars Sunday with the crew. This week has Con Collectibles. It does. I think you know what we're doing. So people loved it. Thank you, Ruben, for bringing me back onto my topics. JJ's been killing it lately. He introduced this segment like guess what it is, guess what the price of the collectible is. It worked really well. So this week he's going to do guess Con collectible prices. Don't look them up, you a-holes. Stop. First off, hold on. 2 things. Now you got me ticked off, Ruben. I said thank you. Now I'm ticked off. Here's the 2 things. Stop sniping us on damn eBay and stop looking stuff up and acting like you know the answer. Just guess. Like what's the worst that happens? You get it wrong? Ooh, okay. Like, it's okay. All right, this week has Con Collectibles. I'm here to listen all night. I need to buy more. No, you don't. No, you do not.
But he has the room. He has a man cave.
No.
We do have.
He has a wife and kids.
We do have a car that's coming your way that's only somewhere north of $1 million, Ruben. If you really want to buy it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Hey, dude, I was gonna buy that speeder bike till Dom told me how much it
$30,000
cost.
for that speeder bike. Jeez.
Nah. I'm gonna try to convert a golf cart into one and see what happens. All right. As Ice. Oh, I like Ice Cube. I like him. Yeah. What are we doing? Everybody gonna go clubbing? No. As Ice Cube once said, today is a good day. He never said it was a good day. He's like, today is a good day, right? Yeah. Good night, fellas, and I'll catch you on a hungover rewind.
Yeah.
Sunglasses. What? Cheers. Are they? They don't celebrate Memorial Day over there, do they?
They celebrate every day in the summer. Yeah. They don't work at all.
Oh yeah. It's gotta be nice. Yeah, they got holiday for like
just
6
give
months.
me some bourbon. Give me some bourbon, and I'll sit back. Bourbon Larocque.
Well, hold on. I believe Tommy he drinks the swill that is called Irish whiskey.
It's like from March through September is holiday.
Yeah. They get a lot of holiday. We should get more holiday. We should.
Yeah.
I say that as I'm going to not only be in a parade but also work tomorrow. So like do it to myself. Wonder who's gonna fall asleep first tonight, me or Marco? No, Meyer, absolutely not. Although I have been working extremely hard the last month, and I have been falling asleep on streams, as you may have seen. I will not be falling asleep tonight. I had already fallen asleep prior to this, so it should be okay. Oh, good lord, BK, I came back and Wayseeker looks worse than Nubs, dude. BK, listen to me one time. BK, here's the deal. I called your mom. She said that you're ungrounded now and she let you get back on the internet. But here's the deal. You keep up with this nonsense and we're going to have her put the parental passcodes again and you're not going to be able to be in the chat. Okay? Calm it down. Sorry, too early.
Good to have you back. We've missed you.
No, absolutely have not. Not at all. No missing that guy. Of course, fam. Hey, by the way, BK, check out, I was about to say MCM, but that's not this. Check out TAC last Wednesday. Tony's on there also making fun of you peeping in the background. I would just like to say, of course, family means the most. Your name is Dom. See, this is the reference, right? This is the guy. This is Tirico. Tirico. Is it Tirico the guy that does the
Tyrese?
No, Toretto.
No.
That was
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. Dominic Toretto. Come on. That's his name, man.
Yeah. Is Vin Diesel Italian?
No. It's just that in the movie he's Italian.
Yeah, they gotta do. You can't have Russell Crowe playing Greeks, and you can't have Vin Diesel playing. What is going on in this?
Well, I think he has Italian.
You understand you're having cars that go to the moon? Like, there's nothing.
No, I never saw that. No, you hear what I
those movies? They got outrageous, man. They got outrageous.
I watched the first one with the girl that's very attractive in it. Okay, and then I watched the Tokyo Drift one because I had no clue what it was, but I was making fun of the cars, and then realized that it was a Fast and Furious. So I think I've only watched 1 and 2.
It went from heist. It went from heist. Things all the way to friggin' stealing military tanks, spaceships, Jurassic Park. Who the hell knows?
Oh, well, so it's funny. Like when I used to work for an energy drink company, I'm not going to name which one. Like early in the late '90s and early 2000s, the Dixie Mafia used to rob our trucks. So like they used to ship everything from Santa Monica, like everything got into Santa Monica, then they'd ship it across. And we only had like one flavor at that time, which was the regular flavors, no sugar-free or anything else. As soon as we got sugar-free, though, you had to get it across because you'd have a 3-month shelf life on it. And I was the marketing manager or whatever, but they would come across and we just get these email notifications. The distributor needs your help. And yeah, the Dixie Mafia would just like take the trucks. They would take the trucks. It was like that the movie Fast and Furious. They would just all of a sudden you lost the whole truck. It was wild, bro. Happy Sunday, Darksiders. Oh yeah, man. ABK, yeah. Shout out Peter David, man. Yeah. As you know, Renovision as a whole, me and Pete, huge fans of Peter David, especially the X Factor run. That is a bonding moment. I think that's probably one of the first moments me and Peter ever bonded was over X Factor. I
like this Hulk run.
Maybe, but X Factor, if you've never read, I mean, the end of Peter David's X Factor run, I think they kind of felt like told me he had to finish it up. He kind of did that hell thing, which was crap, but like that run was very good. The Maddox thing was good. The Miller story, like all that was really, really well done. Check it out if you haven't. Meyer, that's one you should probably check out, Peter David. And yeah, man, it sucks. You knew though, like about 8 years ago, he said he wasn't doing cons anymore. you knew stuff was going downhill. So say it, Dom. Family.
Family.
Okay.
Family.
$1.
$1.
Good job. Good
Already
job.
guessing.
When he's guessing, guess $1.
Already
Yes.
guessing. I love it.
$1. There you go.
Hey, I will tell you this. Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase. Don't snipe the rest of us. You can snipe Wayseeker all you want. Snipe
Yeah.
Wayseeker all day.
Exactly.
The rest of us don't do it.
All day. Yeah. I get sniped all the time.
I know, right? What's be? Yeah. That's all BK does. Yeah, you have no.
You know who's
mastery.
not sniping me? BK, because he's got no money. So I got to worry about BK sniping me.
Mom or meatloaf, dude.
Meatloaf. Mom, the meatloaf.
Oh yeah. I think somebody's a teacher. They must be a teacher. Yeah. Vin Diesel's real name is Mark Sinclair.
That's
What the heck is that?
Changed his name. He used to
Yes,
work
it was a
for-
color and an animal. Yes.
He was.
Yes.
He used to be a bouncer in the
It was-
tunnel. There used to be the tunnel in New York City. Used to be a club, and he used to be a bouncer there.
Good for him. He's come up then.
For where he started, to where he is now.
I don't even know what this nonsense is right here.
Yeah. Okay, BK. Cool. Good story, bro. No, Fleece is a good cat, man. Dude, hey, if you missed it, one of the best parts ever for those people that actually, not like BK who never gets out of his mom's apartment, but the people that actually like to go cons. If you ever see Tone Rodriguez or Tony Fleece or Seeley, or all three of them together digging through dollar bins, it is a truly fun experience. I suggest you just like hang out and listen to them. Don't be creepy. Just say, hey, how you doing? I know you from Renovision. They're nice guys. So, but yeah, really fun. Okay. With that being said, let's get into. Should we get into your collectibles, or should we get into the week in Star Wars?
Isn't there 2 parts of the collectibles? You have.
We got
We have the guest part, but JJ's not here, so we're gonna leave that to him because we don't know the prices on that.
Okay, so
hopefully we didn't review. I'll go through the weekly stuff real quickly. Then we'll get into Wayseeker giving away all his tips and tricks on how to make money with Star Wars. Fear of the Jedi. Holy dog shit!
I don't understand why there's nothing happening.
Absolutely, the one guy that almost died didn't die.
Yeah. Like this
And
is
now,
true enough.
I mean, the Nameless are they're flying. And by the way, none of the Jedi are scared of the Nameless anymore. They're just like, yeah, don't worry about them. You notice that?
It's 5 parts, and this should have been one shot at best. Like I don't understand where this is going.
In the garbage can. That's where it's going. I don't. I mean, the art is terrible inside. It's getting worse. But what'd you think of Legacy of Vader?
It had its moments.
I actually think Dom could be right here. We always are like, Dom, nobody wants to know about what you're saying. But in this book, they go back to Naboo.
Yeah.
And it's a disaster. It is a effing disaster there. Like, nobody ever thinks about, like, what the shit happened to Naboo. But, dude, I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I thought what they did where they're like, oh, this queen died, and then these heathens just kind of, these inbred hillbillies just kind of took, like, kings and queens of England kind of just took over. I thought it was good, man. I really liked it.
Yeah,
I will tell you, we'll see a cover later on, and I think, holy shit, it's a good cover. So we'll see.
I saw covers coming up a few months from now, and JJ's gonna hate it. Let's put it that
I
way.
remember when they went back to Naboo with Luke, Han, and Leia. When Leia went back and she was talking to the new queen of Naboo, she had that. Leia was in the hangar where Darth Maul fought Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and she had the feeling. She felt
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I like that's good. I like it. Pretty cool.
This one was good, Dom. So what happened after that is Vader came back and just started fucking murdering people on Naboo, just body counting people. Anybody who talked about his wife died. Anybody who said the queen died. And then they're like, yo, the family's all a bunch of inbreds anyways. So somebody else, relatives kind of took over and they became tyrants or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just like have just been assholes. And now Kylo Ren's like, I'm the king of this bitch. So it should be fun. It should be fun. It looks like it's pretty good. So I like it. You know what? My comic shop didn't get this book.
I didn't read this one.
Good, because I'm not mad about you. I didn't.
Can't lie.
Well, good. Moving along. Coming next week, something else we won't be reading: The Rise of Skywalker adaptation. Cool. So that's all that for next week. FOC. I don't know why, but we're getting a second print of Star Wars 1
Oh, we knew we were gonna get that, but it's 1 in 25. Another one of 1 in 25.
I know, but Dom, like there's still every shop has the first print on.
Well,
the
you
fucking
know,
shop.
Marvel's good for second printings all the time. Maybe they'll cancel. Like they did a couple
It might
months,
get canceled.
It could
They've
get
been
canceled.
canceling lately.
depending on what's what.
Yeah. I mean, once again, kind of like JJ brought it up, I don't mind if you're going to do new art for second prints and second print incentives, but like you just turn the first print into silver. Fucking get out of here. All right. This is what I'm saying. That middle cover, I've actually seen it, and it doesn't look as good here. But this is for Vader 5, or for Legacy of Vader 5. I don't know what it is about that cover, but it's fucking cool, man.
It
I like
looks
the way-
weird.
I like the
It
way
looks like
Kylo
he's a
Ren,
half elf or something on the
the
cover.
way Kylo Ren is reaching out and it's the hologram. It looks pretty
Yeah.
but Hux is,
Well, Hux is a little weasel bitch.
cool.
He
Yeah.
looks like you, dude. What are you doing? Yeah, that's why he's mad. Look at that face and look at Hux. Look at that face. Look at Hux. Look at that face. Look at Hux.
There you go.
I see what it is,
Wayseeker Hux.
Wayseeker's mad that he looks like Hux, bro. That's what that shit's about.
They're bringing back freaking Sabay. That's Sabay.
Yeah, but I think
who knows who it is? It's one of them.
No,
It could be
hold on.
Sabay,
No,
it could be
that's not what
Padme,
it
I
is.
don't know,
That's LBGD. The isn't that a Pride cover or a women's cover?
Is that a
It
Pride
could
cover?
be.
It might be Pride.
It's
No,
one of the two.
is it? It could be a Pride. Was that in June, right? It probably is a Pride cover.
That's
Like
one
a
of the
Pride.
specialty covers, whatever it is.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
They're
That
not
makes
bringing it back. That's a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cause I know that she was a yeah, she was a lesbian girl.
Well,
she
yeah.
might-
I mean, I
might
think it's
still be around
Padme.
them.
By the way, pause. I think it's actually Padme because they're going to Naboo in this one.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know we think have dreams about a flashback with Padme. Maybe it's a flashback story.
They already had one in this. last-
Freaking JJ's favorite pastime.
Maybe Sabe's still around. Sabe's never dead. Never died.
Well, Sabe,
Oh, she could be there,
She
you're
didn't
right.
die at the end of that Vader run, but she's
You're right.
got to be old. Because Luke better didn't Luke beat her? Luke better.
She could be old. She still could
Luke
be around.
bet her. Luke better as in like bang bang chicka bang bang.
No.
Met her. No, Luke met her.
Oh, met her. I thought you
Met
said
her.
bet her. Like
No.
fucking 1842. We're betting over here. What are we doing?
No, I don't know. It's just
All right. Well, we'll see. All right. Those are the less the covers. There's a 150 incentive. That's okay. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
too, but
Yeah. Hit the lightsaber.
yeah, whatever. And that's all we got. Not a lot of Star Wars comics, man. I'll be honest with you. But let's get to Wayseeker Seg. How to make money. Top
Yeah.
10
Let's do this, let's do
SW
this.
Epic Collections.
You know, I never can follow directions, so I'm supposed to pick 10. I pick 11 because
Yeah, of course.
why
You
not?
can't count.
Can't forget how to count. But Star Wars Epic Collections have been really, really
It's not
hot
fast, right?
lately. Some of them, again, these are market prices as of now. The thing about Epics is they do get reprinted every once in a while. So when that happens, prices tank. So please don't be watching this like 2 years from now and be like, these are the prices. This is for con season 2025. But this is what I'm going to be looking for when I'm out looking at cons and shops and everything this summer as I try to pick up stuff to sell before the crazy fall rush that always happens. So this is, if you don't know, the Epic Collections, they're like the larger trade paperbacks. They collect, I don't know, about 15 issues, as you can see here. And the original Marvel years, this is way back from the old days. This is Dom's favorite because it's got first appearance of Boba Fett in this one, but this is issues 39.
IG88 too.
Yeah.
and Bosk and
Bosk, all of those. This is really, I think, where some of the best stuff from that run.
Yeah.
you know what's funny? All kidding aside, they had some of the best stories, but they had some weird stuff in it. Which when it went after this trilogy, it was the first brand new stories of a galaxy far, far away, which nobody really complained. And now you do something, people complain about everything. So
Yeah. This one, as you'll see with these epics and trade paperbacks, there's a huge range on them. If you're patient, you will get near top dollar for these things. If you want to sell it like the next day, you could put it that low range and you'll sell it like the next day. So it's really about what you want and how long you want to wait. But like this one right here, as you can see, this one's been selling for
Who cares?
130,
Shipping out sucks anyways. Wait all you want.
130 to 200. So
really,
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and so my target price for this one, if I see this one at a con from original Marvel years number 3, $60 is what I'll be picking this up for.
But you would think that these, all right, it's the Legend banner. There's a Legend banner on it because they had books that came out before. Now the Legend banner is like the second print of the original books that came out of the graphic novel type, because they started putting the Legends banner on
Oh,
the
there's
book.
been a ton of these, but this is people like the Epic collections because they all look well together.
Okay.
So I mean, they're bigger and on the shelf together. You want the Epics. So unless you pick up the hardcovers, but
Dude, yeah, people that love the epics love that, and plus the runs on them stop, right? So like,
yeah,
when they go out there, you got to get them. There's also too, you might want to look when you're looking for it. You want to find like Bell's Books or something like that, like a place that will give you a discount for buying multiples. So keep like 2 or 3 of these in your portfolio so that you know, like, hey, that's a good one. This is a good one. This is a good. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, Wave Seeker, is there a variant cover to this too?
no, Epics don't have variant covers.
Okay.
do you need me to hit it, Wayseeker?
What?
You tell me when you need.
I'll get it. I got it.
Okay.
Omnibuses have variant covers. So
Yeah, I know the omnibus. I know that.
he might
Those
cover
are-
that one time too. That's
yeah,
kinda cool.
in the future, but I just want to do Epics because Epics just easy to look for. I want to pick everything the same. So if you're in cons, you just have to look for the Epics and flip through them and see which ones you might want to get. We're going with number 4, the Boba Fett cover here. This picks up the next, 15.
No,
or
it's not
so
really the Boba Fett
issues.
cover. It's not Boba Fett on the cover.
Not
but
Boba Fett, whatever.
Hey,
Mandalorian cover.
Yeah.
This one is brutal to find. I've sold one of these.
When did this come? This came out in what, 16?
Yeah, 16 or
Yeah,
17.
16, 17, yeah.
180 to 300, and if you're patient, you will get $300 or close to it.
really?
300 OBO, you'll get 260 to 300.
You would never expect that these damn books are that much money, man.
Yeah, and so I mean, these will get reprinted at some point. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I think they reprinted 1, so they'll probably go to 2, but
You see,
they only
I
print like 1 or 2 of these a year. So it takes a while after they get out of
would
print.
buy the omnibus. When the omnibus comes out, the entire collection,
Yeah,
one book.
but they don't.
Yeah.
Volume 1 omnibus is the pricey one. The 2 and 3 are not pricey. Like you can pick this one on an omnibus for like $50, but people want the Epic,
Yeah, the epic's the better one.
Okay.
and so they will pay.
Plus, they want the one that's rare too. It's just like anything else. They want the one that matches the rest of their shelves. They want the one that looks exactly the same, and they like the style of it. So,
I'm gonna have to get that
And
book.
the omnibuses are just they're bigger than everything else. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're taller and everything else. So it's nice to have it in trade.
check
you
your
want
books
to
for
trade.
$1 million and Barnes and Noble.
Yes.
Too, when they go on sale.
Again, I would be looking for this one at 90 personally. That's my target price when I'm out hunting for these things. If I saw it for 120, I'd probably pick it up, but I tried to barter down, obviously. The better price you get, the quicker you can sell it, the lower your range
You
is.
do find these books beat up a lot too because they're sometimes thrown in boxes and people don't realize, and they're freaking folding
As
them.
long as they're not damaged, they can be beat up and it's fine.
Yeah.
If you're talking about damaged spines or ripped pages, that's when you
Yeah,
really
falling out and stuff. That's
Yeah,
what
okay.
sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, if it has creased corners, all that type of stuff, people really don't care about that type of stuff in these conditions.
I'm gonna have to go
No,
out and-
especially considering the spine is typically they usually show the front or the spine.
Yeah.
See, I
Think of
didn't
your
know-
man caves, like that's what they do.
See, I didn't know that these books were this much money. That's the whole thing.
Jesus, yeah, they're expensive as shit.
It's crazy.
Yep. All right. This is Newspaper Strips Volume 2. This one is just recently went up in price. This one used to be a $30 trade paperback.
Classic
it
Star
collects-
Wars has never been anything somebody
It
wants.
collects nothing.
Yeah.
Comics that you can get for $1. But for
No,
whatever
no.
reason,
Classic that you could get the whole fucking thing for
I know,
$5.
but the
for all
newspaper
of
strips-
it.
The
you
newspaper
can't.
strips
all
are
of
something different because they do have the books, the classic books that came out for Dark Horse, the newspaper strips, but you get them all in one book. That's
I get it, but I don't understand why you wouldn't just pick up the comics for $10 instead of buying
Yeah, I don't get
volume
it either.
2 for
let me tell you something.
$100 is probably what the average this one sells for.
The newspaper strips, the original newspaper strips, some of them are hard to come by, and the original ones that did have Boba Fett in it, a lot of money. They're very hard. They're newspaper, like magazine. They made them like comic book wise.
Yeah.
And they're hard to come by. They rarely come up on eBay. They rarely come up in auctions. You don't see them that much. But to get in a book like this, and if it fits in the line, like you said, people like the continuity and the cohesiveness of the entire collection looks nice. That's why these books definitely.
It's always weird because like volume 1 is worth like $10. It's worth nothing. But volume 2
Greater
is worth
efficiency.
all the money.
Yeah, but
I
this is
think-
weird too because this one just stepped up too. Like sometimes if you're willing to hold some of these, like if you can get them cheap enough, because this you say $40. This was a 10. You could get this $10.
Yeah, but now I could sell this thing regularly for $100.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Damn,
It's
man.
crazy.
Hey, do you haunt people about blue bears to get this? Buy this book. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
just
that.
keep talking to about Blueberry until I give it away. Yeah, absolutely. So this one, this is kind of the bonus one I put on there because it's interesting because this book was not worth anything last year at this time.
No, it was worth $10. That's what I'm telling you. $10
It's because of you, Wave Seeker. The book went up because
It's
you collected
funny how
it.
these things just jump. All right, this is New Republic Volume 4. This is this connects the Thrawn trilogy. I will note that this thing got reprinted about last year, but
It's blue,
not
right,
the
when
Epic
the
collection,
reprint?
it's the Star Wars Thrawn trilogy. But
Is it
because
blue? Is it blue on the color in the
I
reprint?
actually
or
like the
gold?
green. I think the green looks nice.
It's blue, and it
Blue.
but yeah, and it doesn't have the Epic collection any of that. So
Mm.
people, that one costs $20, the reprint one, but it
Mm.
doesn't have Epic collection. So people want the one that says Epic collection because that fits their collection. That's all they care about. Is
like
it
the
looks
green.
right on the shelf. So if you want this to read it, pick up the Thrawn trilogy one for $20. If you want it to fit your collection, this thing right here goes from between 100 to 200, and usually at 150 plus.
You know what's weird about this one too? Like 6 years ago, before there's rumors of him showing up live action, or 4 years ago, this was a $40 book. Like
Yep.
people did not give a shit about the story. I love how everybody's like, oh, Mara Jade, oh, Thrawn. Dude, this shit was like nobody cared. You would price this at $40, even the Epic collection, and you had to have an Epic collection collector come and grab it because nobody gave a shit. And then there wasn't anything collected really out there with this story in it. So then this thing started to skyrocket, and now obviously the reprints come back down a tad, but still $100 to $200.
Yeah, this thing used to be like $350,
Yeah,
but then that reprint
the reprint dropped it down.
dropped the price, but people will still pay prime dollars. I mean, 100 to 200 is not anything to sneeze at if you're trying to find it for cheap. You're able to find
for
it.
sure.
So, another one for you to pick up. The next Epic is in that series 2. This is Dark Empire. This collects all of the Dark Empire trilogy plus Empire's End and a few tale stories that collect to it. I know we do not like this story at all. I don't think anybody on this channel likes this story. Maybe Ruben might be the only one because it's Ruben.
Yeah,
But
he likes everything.
this one regularly sells for $100. Any day of the week, you can sell this thing for $100. Range between 75 and 125.
What was the NSRP on these? Was it $50? 40, 46, 45?
I think they're $44.99.
$44.99, $45, yeah.
Yep. So my target price for this one's 40. If I can pick that up and turn it into 100, that's
I picked up so much of this shit when who was it? What was the one that went out of business? Not Barnes and Nobles because they're still in business. What's the other one?
Books Million?
No, Books Million is still in business.
Border Books.
Border Books. When Border Books went out of business, these things were 90% off. I bought the whole fucking whoa. Not just this, a bunch of Marvel too. I still probably got one full run of a lot of stuff. I still got a lot of stuff left there in tubs, but just one copy now. I don't have multiples anymore. So
right. Yeah. So again, you can pick these up at used bookstores, anything you want, but at cons, a lot of the people that have comics, they also have trade paperbacks, and they do not price them well. They are only really interested in selling their comics. So they pick up a collection of trades.
yeah, because they're heavy. You don't want to drag it around.
And they want to get rid of them. And so especially on Sundays, if they haven't sold, you put an offer on a couple of them, they're going to probably take it.
Yeah.
They don't want to take it home.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Sure, you're right.
So, all right. Minutes revealed number 1.
Anything that's got a Mandalorian on it, just pick up.
Open seasons plus Star Wars 7 through 18. That's the, the Voss and all, and, all that type of stuff. Or
they could just call it the best of Dark Horse.
This one right here. Again, this one will regularly sell for 300.
Open season as a TPB does pretty well too. The Dark
It does.
Horse
It's
one.
about $60. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, $300 for an Epic. Would you get
Jeez.
some comics and open seasons? Yeah, you can't beat that price. So
Even if you're
my target price is this one.
I know your target price here is 100 because you have to sit on it for a while. But even if you're buying at the low end, like the 180, shit, man.
I know.
You're doubling your money, dude.
Yeah. I know.
And it's not doubling $2. You're doubling
It's
$200.
good
you know what I
money.
mean?
Yeah. With when you're putting up and you're selling, you're packing it up. It takes 20 minutes total for those.
Oh,
two
thanks,
things.
Eric.
So I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good book.
I'm greedy, just like you. You know,
I'm just telling you this. Any of this, if not the newest, not the new Marvel reprint, but if it's Dark Horse or Epic, or there's one more, I can't remember what it is. Just pick it up because you're gonna be able to sell it.
The Son of Dathomir.
No, I'm saying open season. I'm saying the copies of open season.
Yeah, that's another one.
So we're gonna look at Minister Field number 2. This one's not as pricey, but still real pricey. This one just collects random issues that are of no importance.
Yeah,
Star Wars 19 through 35 have nothing in there, and Star Wars Tales 13. That's what it is. Like, and again, this thing sells for 100 to 175, 150 normally. So again, my price tag.
It's the Quinlan the no longer canon Quinlan Voss stories. That's what this shit is.
Yeah, right. But you pick up these comics, you could buy that run right there for $20 because there's nothing of value in any of those.
Nothing of value in this shit.
Yeah. So whatever. Again, great thing to do for the epics. People don't price it right because they like, oh, these comics don't mean anything.
No, it's not that. It's because they're heavy as shit and you don't want to carry them around all the time.
Well, that's true too, but they could never imagine that I think would cost $100 to $175.
Yeah, no shit.
They're lazy and they don't want to look it up, and I get it. There's too much other stuff to look up. You get. This is the big boy right here.
Oh yeah, this one's.
This is the one that if you're ever finding an epic, this is the one to pick up.
I have this one.
This is Clone Wars Volume 2. This just collects 55 through 65 of the New Republic and Death Sentence. Again, nothing really important in those episodes.
Death Sentence is cool shit.
It's fun.
Wait, what is
you got the Jabim story?
Dirge. What's the first appearance of Dirge in the Avengers?
52.
51. It's in 1.
52,
It's in the first series of this one.
This one is a ghost. It really is. Like, you very rarely see this one on eBay, and when it goes up, it usually sells within 48 hours. If you price this thing at $350, it will sell within 48 hours.
Yeah. How many have you found always on this?
I've sold 4 or 5 of these in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've only got one. I've only had one. It's not something you find often.
My target price on this was $125, but
but he's bought. Yeah, so he's bought it for. Like, I didn't pay anywhere close to that.
I didn't buy it. I didn't pay that much either.
That's out of my pocket. For $125.
But if I saw it for $125, I'd pick it up because I can make.
Yeah,
I can sell for $300.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to pick it up. So
yeah, I mean it's a smart move.
Yep. So that's
he's looking to see if he's got it now. He might just have.
I'm looking to see if I have any epic books. I don't even know if I have epic books in my book.
Tom's like, I need to make some money. I
gotta make some money, man. I think I got some in my boxes at the storage unit. I think I have a few, but not this one. I know I don't have that. But I want to see if I have any epic books to begin with.
This one's not as pricey, but still, this one is caught up in value. This was a $70 book last year. This is Clone Wars number 3. This again, 68 through 73 for Republic, which is Ventress on the Rancor and Grievous and Obsession is what this one is. This one has gone from 70 to now you really regularly get 175 in a year.
Do you think part of this is because of TikTok and Instagram?
For the price of these?
Yeah, because like I know that like I couldn't tell you who or whatever, but I know I've seen maybe because like I think you sent me something for some young lady who reviews novels or something. But like I just know people have like their background isn't this bullshit, right? Like this is like 10 years ago YouTube. They got like
have them look
they
nice.
got like it's like so nice. It looks like a fucking museum kind of and they just it's epic. It's ominous. You know what I mean? It's like that type of shit.
Yeah, you might be right. The one thing about Clone Wars is Clone Wars has never had an omnibus. Of all the other ones, they've always come out with an omnibus. They've never reprinted Clone Wars, and they've never come out with an omnibus. And I don't think they will reprint it until they come out with an omnibus. And I don't know if they ever will. So these ones are out of print, and there's no other way of getting them.
These would be really cool if they came in hardcovers, like hardcover. Like they're just the hardcovers.
Yeah, but the hardcover ones are like they're $300 off the bat. Like, that shit's expensive.
It is.
Dude, I'll tell you this: the legacy ones they have in this too are like the size of a fucking Bible, dude. Like they are ridiculous.
They are. So no, I'm interested to see. I don't know where this one stops. but this one is on the trajectory up. And if they don't reprint these things, all the Clone Wars are going to get even more expensive. Like
I don't think they're going to reprint because I don't think
it's a $600 book in a year from now, and I wouldn't be
Let me
surprised.
ask you a question now.
Yeah.
The Clone Wars cartoon now, not the cartoon, but if Ahsoka 2 brings a really great flashback with Obi-Wan, Anakin, and her together, wouldn't
doesn't matter.
No, I think this is different. I mean, like there is a very, very strong reader base for like Star Wars, like for the collective, and I just think that some of them are just like anally retentive on how stuff looks. So like, and by the way, I'll be honest, like the Epic Collection is very easy to read, and without the hardcover weighs like the ominous way. I'm you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that thing weighs like 3 times. The hardcover shit weighs like, oh my god, those hardcovers weigh 1,000 tons. And by the way, you drop a hardcover, you dent that fucker up, you're pissed. You're pissed. So like these are still, even at the high range of these sell for double, they're cheaper than the hardcovers. They just are. So why not go with them? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a few more for you.
No,
Legacy Value 2 has always been one of the more pricey ones for whatever reason too. This one collects Legacy 0 1/2. It collects 20 through 36, and then collects 41. I think
your girl there. That's
crossover.
My Dark Talon,
yeah, you got your Talon stuff, but my target price on this is $75. This one, I usually sell for $200 OBO, and I get.
Isn't that what her on the cover? On one of the covers, like the volume 2, the volume 1 or something like that? Is she on the cover? Volume 1?
Volume 1
of Epics? She might be.
I don't.
It isn't Epics Volume 1 the cover. It's Legacy 1's cover, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Legacy 1's cover.
Yeah.
So I don't think so.
This one doesn't get priced well too because people look at this and they're like, "Who are these fucking clowns?"
Kate Skywalker, man.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I know, but that's not what most people. They're like, "Who the fuck are the They go, "What is this? Pirates of the Caribbean and Star Wars?" Like, yeah, okay.
It's got. I like the concept of what they did with that story. I really do, man.
You did? It definitely was different. It definitely is different.
These are not my favorite Star Wars stories.
It's like spam. I guess some people like it, but I ain't eating that shit.
But I'm happy to buy it if I get this thing for $75 or less, and to give it to somebody else like Dom who wants to own these. That's fine.
It's Pirates of the Caribbean and Star Wars crossover.
Exactly. But hey,
this is before Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think I got one more for us. I think that was 10. I think there's 11. Tales of the Jedi Volume 1. This one actually makes sense because this one collects Force Storm, Force War, and Prisoner of Bogan. All of those trade paperbacks or Dark Horse, they're expensive.
Yeah.
So if you're buying all 3 of them together, you're going to be spending at least $150 on all 3 of the smaller.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So it makes sense that this one actually would cost between $100 and $200 because that's the price that you would pay in anyways. Again, I put this one up. You can get $160, $150 for this.
Are these books what, $20 a pop?
What?
How much are these books?
Well, the MSRP on them when they first came out were $45, but you could have easily found them for
Yeah, 25 to 30.
Yes, 25 to 30. Yes, you could have there's a very long time there. You could have found them for some of them for $20. To be honest with you, it was not hard to find that. People are kind of catching up to these, so now they'll go into your LCS and just go in the back, and whenever they're having a sale, check, because sometimes people have left some of these behind, and it's not like the prices. It's not like during the pandemic the prices of these actually went up that they have been. Some of these books over the last year have gone from a $45 to $50 book to it's not worth it if you're buying the book for $45 and you were what was the example 3 books ago there was one that was it was like a $50 book like a year ago really. Now it's a $200 book,
the Clone Wars one.
The Clone Wars one. So so people really haven't gotten hip to that one, or maybe they missed it. So that's probably still on your shelves at your LCS. So you can
same thing with that newspaper one that we said this one, the newspaper one we said was $10.
Yeah,
it was $10 like a year ago.
Yeah, that was JJ. That was $10 a year ago. So you can easily pick that thing up. It's probably still there if your LCS had it. So it's not a bad move.
Nobody's looking for that. who wants to classic Star Wars 4 through 20? Again, we said that.
And you know where also it might be, believe it or not, is in like half price books and shit, because sometimes they don't go there, and they've been there and they're put in the wrong place, and then you just
gotta go to those small comic shops that they have boxes in the back. And just check it out.
You want to go to the big ones. You want to go to the big ones, because the big ones have had that shit collecting dust in the back. Yeah, they just roll it out. They're not repricing that shit.
No, it's not worth their time. So anyway, that's the epics to look for con. We're gonna do a series here. Each of us, I think, are gonna pick up some things that we're hunting for or looking for during cons.
I'm not doing that shit no more because they keep buying all the shit. I'm not doing it. I'm serious. No.
They're not going to be at your cons.
They do. No, yes, they absolutely, because they know where I go. They absolutely do. It was like that couple that was dressed up, smiling nicely. That's because they already dug through the boxes for the shit I was looking for.
We know Dom doesn't actually go to cons to actually do anything other than stay in line. So Dom's just bowing out of this.
That doesn't matter for me.
Yeah, you know what, man? Once in a while, I go in boxes. I can't. I don't have fucking patience for that, man. I'll hire somebody to do it for me. I can't do that shit.
You know what?
And when you ask who we're selling to, just look at the bottom of the screen. That's who's
I can't do like, you know how the discount bins, even at like half price books and all that, like are always like on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that now. I realize.
You're not even old.
I can't get down there.
I was thinking.
You're the youngest person.
Hey, hold on. Have you seen the? I'll show it next week when I'm doing my thing. Have you seen the Twister thing? I'm thinking about getting one of those. I really am. I used to make fun of them, but I'm on JJ's side on this one. This last con really killed my fucking knees. I'm really thinking about getting one of those Twister things that you can just put down there, twist on it, and sit on it.
Yeah.
You know, it folds up to like this.
Yeah.
Listen, I can tell you this. You see those books? If you go to thrift shops, people will bring their collections in and stuff like that. You never know. There might be some of those books.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah, you never know. Shops. Yep. Oh, I've sold quite a few of those.
Oh, absolutely. No, hey, I'm telling you. But I won't do that. I won't tell people what I'm currently like listing, because then people just buy all the shit up that I'm listing. At least Wayseeker's telling you what he's making money off of.
Yep. I'm not going to hide it.
I mean, dude, I tell you what I'm hunting for, and you heathens go out there and just fucking scoop it all up anyways. So.
And then they post it on their Instagram and they
right, and tag you in it. It's like, fuck you. Dude, I was talking, what was it? I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to this con and I'm going to go try to get, the 1 in 10 for First Vulcan. Sure as shit. eBay's empty with them. Ain't one left on eBay. Not one. Fucking.
And then you get tagged by 10 people the next day.
People, right?
Look what I got in the mail.
I got in the mail. Yeah. Shit, Bruce half the time watches the show, buys whatever we talk about. All right.
He doesn't even sell anything though. That's the worst part.
Bruce makes other people rich by buying all this stuff. That's what Bruce
does. So do you.
And so do I sometimes.
You do too.
Do you guys want to get into JJ's guessing game, or you want to get into?
Let's get in the guessing game.
Or news, because the yelling that's going to happen during news.
Let's do news.
Okay, fine. We're going to do news just so that they can yell at each other.
God, I can just mute it and watch the rest of the Pacers game like this.
Yeah. How's that going?
They're ahead right now.
Good.
Oh, Dom, you're not a Knicks fan, are you?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't like anything in New York. He just likes to say he's from New York.
The Yankees.
I'm a Yankees fan.
The Yankees.
To be honest with you,
Wookie, one day you'll retire, and that's when you'll start to sell.
I would like to see the Knicks win because, being New York Knicks, I always want to see them win.
Boo, screw the Knicks.
No,
I hate Indiana too, by the way.
After they won and went to this next round and what the city looked like and how people, I don't want to see them win.
Yeah, they were acting like ass.
Yeah, I don't want to freaking deal with that.
But let's be clear, the rewriting of history
isn't there
by
a parade?
the Indiana...
They won the championship. They just made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. But the Indiana Pacers rewriting history from the Malice in the Palace is wild, too.
Oh, get out of here, Detroit.
What, dude? No, hold on now. Ron Artest. Hold on. Ron Artest. Yeah. Oh, no. He's perfectly mentally stable. He changed his name to Meta World Peace. Dude is a lunatic.
Dude's crazy.
Jackson you can keep saying you're not a thug, but go look at your criminal record. You're a thug. You have always been. There wasn't one person on that team. There's not one person on that team that was like. I hate it when they call people thugs and they're not. But dude, that whole team have criminal records. That does not excuse the guy from throwing the beer. That does not excuse the guy from throwing the beer. But everybody but Reggie Miller on that team, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. No. Steven, no. And we're not going to rewrite history and act like they... First, they punched Ben Wallace before that all started. Like, literally just punched him in the back of the head.
Everybody punches Ben Wallace. It's Ben Wallace.
Anyways, let's go on. Hey, I still hope you guys beat New York.
All right. News. Star Wars is in kind of a quiet.
Wayseeker's like, even though I'm wearing a sports hat, I know nothing.
We're setting Marco up today because we got all the news for Marco. He can tell us about the glory days of his favorite video game.
Glory days.
It's coming back. Before that, we got news this week that Ryan Reynolds pitched an R-rated Star Wars project.
You did news. Wayseeker did news because the first thing is trolling down. Dom, please don't.
It was centered around minor Star Wars characters. And Lucasfilm quickly said, no, thank you.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. This movie is going to go underneath the rug like Taika Waititi's and Ryan Johnson's movies if it was going to be done. The rated R pitch, you know what? If you're going to do a rated R movie of Star Wars, it's got to be Vader.
Fall for it, Dom.
It's got to be Vader. But
Go ahead.
Other than that, it's not going to work because you had other people who bitched about Andor was a little too adult. They don't want people seem they don't want that, and
the fandom doesn't want it.
I don't care about for me. This is actually a good idea. I don't care about the R-rated part, and that you can get rid of that. It doesn't matter to me. But the part that I would like is like an action comedy, which Reynolds is good at. Based on minor characters would be fine, like a Tag and Bink type thing.
We don't need it. Was going to be like Suicide Squad or something silly like that.
What if it was Tag and Bink? No, what if it was
Tag and Bink? You think this guy's going to be like, let's do Tag and Bink? No, he's going to be like, let's pick.
Hold on, man. He pulled Shadow Star out of the fucking. I mean, come on, dude. There were some characters. Hey, that those X-Force Mullen runs that he put in there, dude. That was wild character casting.
Listen. I would like to see a bounty hunter group of bounty hunters.
Or whatever. Like, get out of here.
Like a Suicide Squad, like bounty hunters that are going for a job.
No, absolutely not. No, I like what JJ said and what Wayseeker's hating on. I like that.
It ain't gonna happen, is what I'm saying. He would pick Dom's thing. I'm perfectly 100% positive he would do exactly what Dom wants.
Yep.
And that would be horrible.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, wait.
That's not the only one.
Be real.
He brought Geist.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's
I'm glad they
nobody wants to see that.
I don't
least used X-Men.
That's why I like movies.
I don't need him doing a project. He can act fine, whatever, but don't direct.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have no problem. I think there is a space for C-rate and low budget everything. So I think Star Wars, especially considering it's a sci-fi.
Star Wars needs more comedy. There's not enough comedy in Star Wars.
Well, not just that, but I think you don't have to go huge budget blockbuster movie all the time. I think there's space where you can just go think about the basis of Star Wars. I mean, ILM was started because they were just doing different artistical stuff, right? And Lucas didn't really do much there. He just fundraised for the first two. He fundraised for the first 2 episodes, and it was left to the artists and people to really create stuff. And it looks big budget, but a lot of stuff was not. It was. They were used model kits, small model kits. They had to invent stuff. They used an ice cream machine. They used what they had. That type. I don't think it's bad if we would go back to that. And I think he would probably, if not him, I think somebody could go back and do that, and you could do it under.
I think somebody could. I just don't think Ryan
or using minor Star Wars characters.
Well, I'm going to do you want to use minor Star Wars characters, and you know what? All kidding aside, there is a place for different types of Star Wars.
Durge is a minor Star Wars character, by the way.
Hey, I would love Durge. I would love to see Durge. Definitely would love to see Durge.
Thanks, Marco.
But there, I think there is a place for some rated R stuff. Star Wars, but just the fan base is very fickle when it comes to things.
It's not fickle. It's
what if you did like a tag and bink in like the like in the First Order era,
like a detours,
and it had Snoke instead of the Emperor?
Oh, that could be kind of funny.
You could use like who was the one trooper that called Finn a traitor or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, he's got a good point. There's plenty of boobies on the internet. You can just go look at those all day
I don't
long.
think he's going to be in Star Wars. He probably will want to be in it, but I think he just wants to. He wrote it, directed. He don't want to be in it. He's just trying to. He's coming up with a story.
I don't
concept.
think it matters. I just don't trust this dude at all. But whatever.
Because Blake Lively is going to be in it. His wife will have.
You don't trust him because he made a hit out of Daredevil or out of Deadpool.
No, that's great for Deadpool. I don't want it in Star Wars.
He's done two movies with Sean Levy, who's doing.
Well, he did Blade.
Movie.
He was good in Blade as the as Hannibal
Dash. Fucking Dash. No.
Dash Rendar.
That's totally dumb. Who is it? Is that Dom in chat?
Nope, it's not me.
Yeah. Anyway, this one is going too dumb. Ryan Johnson back in the news this week. He confirms that he wants to return to Star Wars, though he does admit that it's going to be at least a few years in the future. The door's open, according to him, to come back to Star Wars. Dumb. You're going to get Ryan Johnson ever again in Star Wars.
You know what?
I'm kidding, watcher.
Like I said, all kidding aside, Ryan Johnson's sequel trilogy was the best out of the three of them. I have to admit that.
Yeah, I know, but he does look like a punchable face. That's the only problem. I mean, I'm not arguing with Dom. I'm agreeing with Dom, but I'm also saying he has a very punchable face.
We can have Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Johnson try to make some Star Wars.
I'd be willing to let him have a shot as doing his own thing without having anything wrong. I would be. He's been successful.
Knives Out was awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Let's once again. Can we just put blame on where blame needs to be? It is Abrams' fault. No matter what part of the sequels you don't like, it was because Abrams is the problem.
I disagree with that connotation. To be honest,
no, 100%. He had his hands in everything. He would not bend. He made bad decisions. He's the reason why. Hold on, Ray. Hey, this is the one point, and if you argue against this, then you're just wrong. Johnson said Ray was nobody.
Yeah.
Abrams refused to let that line go because he tried to pigeonhole that she was going to be related to fucking Palpatine, which is the worst part of that whole fucking. And it was a lot of shit in that. A lot of shit. My blood pressure's going up because it's so fucking bad. But the worst shit ever that they didn't need is somehow Palpatine returned and Rey's fucking related to him after he fuck-alled a book storyline already, right? I don't know how Palpatine now all of a sudden he's a fucking virgin, but got 15 fucking kids somehow. How the fuck did that happen? We can still to this day not explain. He's banged no people. Zero fucking baggage going on. That has a ton of fucking kids.
What's her name?
Fuck you, Abrams.
The bald chick that was with him in the opera with Anakin. That girl, the one that was in the comics.
His aide or whatever.
Yeah. Her. That him and her did something. But that was. But at the end of the day,
what are you talking about?
That was one of the rumors that they got together. That's how he got a kid.
No rumors.
Anyway,
rumors? This shit doesn't work. He's also 95 years old, spitting dust out of his wee-wee, somehow dropping.
He's farting dust.
It goes beyond that, and that Ryan Johnson has no vision beyond his own movie. Is the biggest problem.
That's not true. That's not true. No. That's not true.
Okay, all right.
He did have a vision, and Abrams said, "Fuck you."
Let me finish my point.
Well,
who was going to be the villain of the third movie? Because you killed him in the second movie.
Kylo.
Who? No.
Yeah, it was
villain.
It's just Kylo Ren by himself.
No, the original
training or anything.
The original plan.
Your main villain.
It wasn't.
Kylo was supposed to turn into like.
It wasn't Palpatine. It was the son of Mortis.
That
wasn't.
That was the original villain.
It was not. That was not it. If you went, that wasn't it.
No. Kennedy didn't want that.
No, Dom, that is 100%. You are 1,000% wrong.
No, I'm not 1,000% wrong.
Yeah, because you didn't read fakes. You didn't read fakes. They had it. Dom, they had a fucking fucking script that was supposed to come out after that already. So stop, because you're fucking wrong. That's not what happened. Wayseeker read it too. What originally happened was he was supposed to go see that big fucking baby in the swamp, Kylo Ren. He was supposed to turn into this mega fucking leader thing, full of hate and rage, and was supposed to end up trying to fucking kill Rey. And that was what's supposed to fucking happen. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. What the fuck?
I love it.
Well, that's a fact. A actual fact. Not a fact is Dom. Not a Dom is a fact. An actual fact. They wrote it down on fucking paper. It was on fucking paper.
Go back.
Dom wrote his down on paper too.
The original
on Dom's paper with Alan and
the son of freaking Mortis. That's what they wanted. But
nobody wanted that, Dom.
Who? That's who.
One person. Name one fucking person, Dom. Who?
That's who they wanted that. And Kathleen Kennedy
said
no.
He didn't write shit. Who, Dom? You say they wanted. Who, Dom? Who? Because not anybody who wrote it. Nobody. If you read the Fates that was written, that wasn't the direction they're going. We saw Abrams, who's the only other fucking person who wrote something, his way of going it. We saw the two things. Not one of those is anything what you just said. Not one. Not one.
Supposed to be. I'm telling you, man. Go back.
You can tell me all you want. You're wrong. There's nobody. Wayseeker. Oh, please.
I think the Mortis guys will be in Ahsoka season 2, but
no, not in season 2. No, don't say that shit about. Don't say that shit. He's saying in the third, the people. I don't know who the fucking people are
either.
Listen,
he doesn't know who they are either.
The pitch was not Palpatine. It was the figure.
No, it wasn't the pitch. It wasn't. We saw the pitch.
I know what you've seen.
Actually, it's a draft of a script.
Yeah, a whole draft of a script. Thank you, JJ. JJ's even fucking watching a basketball game, Dom, and calling it out. We saw the whole draft of the script. For the most part. He's not even paying attention. He's still going, yeah, no,
Kathleen
actually, we saw the whole
didn't
thing.
Want to use that character because she wanted a recognizable character, and that brought back Palpatine.
No.
I'll still go on record saying Face would have been a horrible movie. Like, it would have made no fucking sense.
No. Hey, JJ.
I'm not saying it would have been better or worse than
I'm not disagreeing with you. I read it. It was a mess towards the end, and there was way too much shit, and it was a 6-hour fucking long movie. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. But at no point was the Mortis gods anywhere in that fucking thing.
It would have been like anywhere Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, dude. It was extended cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's 4 hours. Yeah. That shit was long. That shit was fucking long. That shit was long. And still and to be honest with you, there was actually no ending to that still. After 6 years of writing it, there was still no end. But I will tell you this: at no point in all that script there was no Mortis gods being mentioned. And obviously, with Abrams, we saw there was no Mortis god being mentioned. So I don't know what the fuck. I mean, that's just what I don't know. But I was agreeing with you in the beginning, Dom, and then I don't know
what's going to happen. You just know
the biggest problem is they had no over. Like they should have hired the same. Like they're doing with the Simon Kinberg thing. They should have hired the same writer to write all three movies. You can have different directors, but like you should have one vision for all three. Would have made a lot more sense.
Agreed. But all right, we got news this week that Andor was submitted to 23 different categories for the Emmys. The Acolyte was also submitted for 20 categories for the Emmys. Disney believes that both have shot at Emmys. Are we going to see any Star Wars wins?
Effects.
That's
about it. Maybe music.
Acolyte get anything for action? For the fight set?
No. Well, I mean, cinematography and effects maybe. Like for the action sequences.
No, George's Watcher, George's trilogy stuff too.
Andor, I think, has a good shot at least nominations. I don't know if they'll win for like guest actor and like supporting actor nominations, probably.
I think so.
But,
guest actors typically.
Diego Luna maybe should, but probably won't win like a best actor. I don't think probably.
The supporting cast, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
right.
Like Stellan Skarsgård is like best supporting, or even Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, but, I have a feeling that they're not going to win. If anything, not much of anything. It just, I don't know.
They never win. They never give
costume
it to
design. There's usually always at least a nomination for costume design.
But it'll be interesting to see. They submitted more for these two shows than they've ever submitted, so they obviously think that both of them could be winners for things for Emmys. So
I'll say this much: if there's ever effects and costume design and stuff, Andor absolutely deserves at least a nomination for it. in my opinion. But like the way they built those sets was amazing. I know it cost a shit ton of money, but it was amazing still.
Agreed. So yeah, we'll see what comes up. That we got some rumor news. I put this one in there. Get all your thoughts on this one because it was a slow week. But this spinned off of a comment from one of the writers saying that they wanted more Bix. So now the rumors going around is that Lucasfilms has big plans for Bix, and there's possibly a spin-off show in the
Big
works.
booty Bix, can't wait.
Nope.
Who wants
that?
Who wants a Bix spin-off? As great as Andor was.
I'll think a novel
Listen,
or something.
Look, I'll tell you what. I wouldn't mind, but if they
Wait, what?
If they turn out to be that Andor's son is Poe Dameron, I'll riot. I'll riot that they change all that history to make Poe Dameron.
Why would
What
you
anybody
do
even
that?
ask
That makes
about
no
that?
sense, Dom.
Okay, hold on.
Why would it make sense?
Hold on. Time
We
out.
already know
Can
who
we
those
just
parents
Oh my
are.
God.
Like, they're
Can
not
we
gonna
just
retcon
stay
all
on
that.
point for one thing? What? Please inform me what part of Bix's storyline you're so intrigued about that you want to have a series on.
Hey.
Like, think about it. Just take 1 second and think about it. Don't just
Sure.
hot take it. Like, what part of Bix's storyline that they haven't covered already are you like, damn, that'd be cool?
B2 emo, according to JJ, Leighton distracted over there. Get a B2 emo and a big spin.
Well, that's B2 emo. That's not Bix.
But they're together.
For me, it'd be one of two things, right? You could do like I think her arc was pretty complete. You could do like
that's
an
what I'm saying.
after thing but it'd be more about Andor's son, I think, than
Oh, so that's
anything else.
but who wants to see that? Who wants to see Poe Dameron?
You could do.
Who wants to see Poe Dameron being raised? I don't want to see
I'd be
Poe Dameron
interested
being
to know
raised.
how she got involved with like contacting Luthen and all that, like in the first place. But again, I don't want a whole series. Like I want maybe like a novel or like a comic book mini or something would be fine. Like,
Yeah,
you don't
I'll
have to
fill
give me,
in.
like,
Yeah, that's
10
fine. That's fine.
episodes.
That's fine. Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement on this one. This one was picked up by a number of big news sources. I don't think anybody wants this. I don't think it will happen. I think it's 0% shot. But it did make me wonder, are we going to see a new live action project that isn't just a sequel of a current project or a spin-off of a current project?
I think
in the next 4 years, will we see a new live action project?
I think Vader.
Yeah,
I think Vader's going to be a project.
It depends on their movie timelines, but I think Starfighter, like the Levy movie and stuff like that, if they make it out on time.
No, yeah. TV. Sorry, TV.
Oh, TV.
So
I think it might be
No.
because I think it'll be. Oh, you say no, but I think if they can start it over because it'll be cheaper, right? So like, especially if Dave's stuff doesn't do well, if the next Dave thing doesn't do well or is delayed, I think it will because you've arguably done something okay with Andor, and Skeleton Crew wasn't terrible. I mean,
No, Skeleton was great. I enjoyed.
I'm not saying that wise, Dom. I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. I'm just saying overall, you know what I mean, reception wise and everything else, and hours viewed, which is something. No offense, but that's what they give a shit about. They give a shit about hours viewed and replayability. That's it. They don't care. And if you can do it cheaper, which they did it, so you get a new guy in there, somebody you haven't used again. You don't have to do it. You can lock them up for a multi-part deal, which, as you know, that's what you want as a multi-part deal because the first year might be more expensive, but the third year's cheap as shit. You know what I mean? Like,
has there been the only thing that hasn't been a spinoff of something though on TV? Star Wars is Acolyte, right?
Oh, I think he was talking like an Andor
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew, Mando.
Yeah, Mando.
Mando's not a spinoff. It's
no, it wasn't. Oh yeah, it wasn't a spinoff.
It wasn't a spinoff, but it had a spinoff.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
love it.
I could see a legacy character like Vader getting his own show.
And theoretically, that was spun off
because Adrian Christian, he turned around and said that there's a lot of story left behind them, and they already got the AI voice for Tommy Lee James Earl Jones. Yeah. They have all that stuff in play. So, and Vader is a hot character. So if they did a series on Vader, that would probably really good. It all depends on how they do it and how they go about it. 8 episodes, 10 episodes, but something with Vader. That probably would be something.
I was thinking you were saying, I thought you were kind of more referring to, are we going to have not a big 5 character spin, like not a spin-off, but like a original story, like Andor, like, yeah, sure, he showed up in Rogue One, but realistically,
It was a spin-off.
Not a lot on them. You know what I mean? Same thing
Yeah.
with Mando. Sure, the Boba Fett connection, but really need something newer. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think that's the space where, although Acolyte failed miserably, if you look at it, they've had more successes than failures in that area, in that zone. So
I think if they're going to do something like that, I think it'll be a spin-off, but it won't be a spin-off necessarily in the movies or something, like spin-off a comic character, spin-off a novel character. I mean, there's lots of characters they can pull from that they don't have to.
They could do that, but I think, look, all right, they made, all right, a lot of
We're
these
supposed to get a
brand new characters.
Thrawn thing. Remember that too?
A lot of these people were brand new characters besides Andor. That they put in the show. For them to make brand new characters, that's kind of hard. Legacy characters or more of a draw. A lot of people didn't. A lot of people still haven't watched Andor, which is kind of crazy.
Watcher, you can make fun of starfighters, but like of the Andor situation, like starfighters fits well. Like I am
It's
not
got a
the
dumb
first
name,
person.
but it might be good.
It's a stupid name, but I will tell you.
Yeah. You know what reminds me? Remember the movie The Last Starfighter?
Oh, yeah.
No.
I mean,
It's not the-
if you ever talk to Star Wars fans, don't bring up fucking ships. Just don't do it. Don't
Yeah,
and
they'll go on for
don't bring up
hours.
Star, because the amount of nerdism that will come out and like that type of shit. You want to know what goes hard? Those guys, they get really hard when you start bringing up fucking
This is
X-wing,
like
Y-wing,
convention nerd
U-wing,
questions.
execution.
What would you
dude,
say is the
yeah,
the
oh
amount that Han
boy,
Solo gets
I
smuggled
made
into
that mistake
apartments?
once in my
yeah.
life, and it only took one time for me to never do that shit
You
again.
feel like hours are gone.
Yeah, you're hours, half your life is gone after that point. Holy shit!
That last thing, Mark
You're
Hamill,
saying
like,
Dom has that conversation, he's dead. That's what you're trying to say. If Dom has that
Yeah,
conversation.
Dom won't have to worry about the Mortis gods. He'll be seeing them by the time that conversation's fucking over.
ship nerds will
Hey.
ask, like,
I'm getting my just
Mark
desserts
Hamill,
and my day in the
how
sun.
much
Coming
fuel
up
does
soon.
the X-wing
Go.
use to get into hyperspace?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, holy shit. Yeah. Hey, you think people had problems with Leia flying through fucking space? Just wait till you have the nerds about the pilot stuff. Nope.
Yeah.
We got some Canon news, Dex2 stories here.
Oh, hey, Watcher, it ain't gonna sway you neither. Listen, man, not all Star Wars is for everybody, dude.
Tony Gilroy, he knew that someone else created a K2 origin story in a comic, and he got upset over it, saying, why would they do such a stupid thing? And he said, nope, I ain't doing that, and I'm doing my own thing. You have a problem with this? I know Dom had a problem with this. Anybody have a problem with this?
Look, you know what? Okay, so but that's the whole thing about the comic books. If you're gonna there's some canon. I said before about canon, you could tweak things here and there. But if you take full canon, why are the comics irrelevant then? Why make the comics or novels irrelevant? You might as well just, when you do the shows, do your own story, and that's it. So don't put these things in comics. Oh, this is canon, that's canon, this is canon. Because 9 out of 10 times they're gonna friggin' put it aside.
We'll get to the next story.
Hold on now. I don't. Okay, here's my take on it, and God forbid we actually have to use some common sense for a take.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, JJ will. Whatever I say, JJ's about to argue against it. But I think there's different. I think there's different levels to it. I think there's different levels to it, right? Like if you are commissioned by the publisher to write a novel about something, a character, it's a novel, a canon-based novel, and then somebody decides to just shit all over that novel and just throw it away.
Did Filoni?
I have a problem with that. Now, if somebody snuck something into a comic book, like a corner page or a little word or a friend or something, and it sways from that, or it's from a different point of view, I'm not so mad at that.
That's good.
You know what I mean? That's I can deal with that. So like how I see this is like, yeah, somebody put something in there, but that doesn't hurt the story really that much, I guess. You know what I mean? But like shitting on ripping up a whole novel and using it for fucking toilet paper, like get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I want you all to go back and watch Marco's reviews of Obi-Wan Kenobi and how upset he was that the TV show didn't follow the comics.
It's true.
Is that
It's
what-
true.
No, well,
We
hold
love
on,
that comic,
hold on.
though. He didn't care about the
Hey,
comic.
Like
Hey,
3
JJ.
episodes for me, I had to deal with rants about
Very
the comic.
good. The difference between the two, once again, is they did the same thing. That was
That was like
42
issues.
novels. That was 42 or 42 comics,
No, it was
and they
2
used
issues.
it all as it was more than 2, and they used it all as toilet paper. Not one little clip in a comic book. Like I think the amount counts, right? Like I do think the amount counts.
I think you're right on that.
Well, look, I can tell you this.
And I think too, it's okay to have your opinion changed a little bit too. Like I was upset. I will say the one you should have called me out on, if you're gonna call me out on it, is the Canon situation, where I did say it is from a different point of view. I'm disappointed in it, but I can see it from a different point of view. Which and as it grows, you have to accept some of that stuff if you want to move forward. I still think it's completely wrong if you take somebody's entire artwork and just throw it away. What?
Wookiee's gonna get himself banned here pretty soon.
Why?
And I still,
You're right.
Wookiee, you put him in timeout. Somebody put Wookiee in timeout. That is ridiculous. That is blasphemy. Blasphemy. Fuck you, George Lucas.
Marco's a little bit right in that I think there are different levels of it too. And some of it is a level of like also how you're working on the thing. Like a lot of times, like the difference is if you go way back to the original trilogy, right? There were major differences between the comics and the movies. But that was partially because the people working for the comics only had like concept art and concept ideas to go off of. So that when the movies go out, I think a lot of this stuff, like you could probably prevent a little bit of this with like just a little bit of collaboration. Like how hard would it have been for Marvel and those comic creators to call up Tony Gilroy and say, "Hey, we're going to use K2SO in a comic book. Like, what do you think about this story?" And read them like 2 minutes of a synopsis real quick.
Hunch out first.
Yeah. I mean, how hard would that have been?
That's right.
That's what the story group was supposed to be. Hold on, that's what the story group was supposed to be doing.
The next story goes into this. He also hinted that Star Wars has a canon structure. He says there's layers of canon, and some layers are more easy to change.
He's not wrong.
So he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong.
You know what's at the bottom of all those
This is exactly
layers?
what we were sold on when we started the project, though.
Novels, reading.
No,
10
novels
years
not even at the bottom. Comics are about at the very
comics.
bottom.
Comics at the bottom.
of that
10 years
canon
ago,
structure.
this is not how they sold it. And so I understand why people are upset, but we've been through this enough that we now know the truth.
Yeah, 10 years ago, it was Canon's Law. That's what it was.
But you know what? Look, and Filoni has said it. Doesn't care about it. He'll change whatever he has to change. He said it.
Well, that's what because of that is why this is now layers. It's not how it started.
No,
this is how it ended. Yeah. But just wait. He's got to watch what he does and says, because there's a certain guy out there named Timothy that if this starts getting certain layers, he can take that and run with it. And that the history of Timothy, if you don't know him, go back. There's a reason why Heir of the Empire is Heir of the Empire. Heir of the Empire is 2 middle fingers up telling everybody to sit and spin, right? Like there's a lot in there. JJ, would you like to cover what Timothy did in Heir of the Empire and why Dark Empire is not was not a movie?
I don't want to besmirch Tom Beach because he passed away recently. So.
Sorry, they passed away, but he's dead. He ain't gonna care. But that was a big fuck you to Beach. It was a big fuck you to Beach.
Again, like how hard is just a little collaboration between
I know.
Filoni will say he collaborated with Zahn, but he called him like once to work on like an entire TV show about him. Like, so I mean,
I think
and Zahn's like, just wait.
I think Pablo is just like, I give up. I'm just gonna keep getting my checks at this point.
I don't even know why Pablo has a job anymore at this point.
Just keep getting them checks. Filoni ruined my job, so I'm just gonna keep just getting the money.
Yeah, I mean, well, because they got to see why Diablo's still getting the checks.
But
man.
I do think, I think on this subject particularly, not necessarily the layers thing. I think you're totally right about the layers, but also to the fact that like having this overarching canon thing and all that kind of does stifle your creativity. I think a little bit.
It does.
It does. I think it.
But I think we've I get it. But I think we've seen the other end too.
Yeah, Tony.
I think we've seen the other end too, where they just let everybody write shit down. It was
Tony did a great job. The other thing I give about Tony is he really fit things into canon really well. right?
Yeah.
He's like the Gorman stuff. We're gonna explain the Gorman stuff
Yeah.
really well. We're gonna fit that within canon. Multiple times he went out of his way to fit in the canon. So if he wants to change one thing about canon, that's K2's origin story. I got more respect for him because he really did.
I think they should give him like a great. I think it should be like a clearance level, right? Like you should get a clearance level on which layer you can change a fucking. Like no offense, Dave, you don't get you're back down to layer 6. Or 1. You don't get to go all the way back up to layer 3 anymore, right? But somebody like Tony, who really has curtailed everybody's creativity, right? So yeah, one panel he changed. So what? It was his character, like he is the originator of K2, and nobody came to him to ask him about that. So yeah, guess what? You can change that shit all day long. Once again, but if you tear apart a whole epic collection of Obi-Wan comics or a whole novel, you start back at square one. You don't get the freedom anymore.
Well, you see, and that's the thing when it comes to Legends, all the stuff that they put and pushed aside, they could have used so much of that stuff.
Dub, shut your mouth. Somebody blocked Dub
for the Obi-Wan series, and they could have used it for other stuff. That's the problem. They making their own canon as they go. As they go by. Look, and like I'll say, Tony Gilroy, he was awesome. He did what he had to do, and I will always praise Kathleen Kennedy again for the Tony Gilroy.
And the reason
you can't fuck praising or hating on her. Nobody cares.
But
talk about the guy and talk about the other people we're talking about.
Well, look,
who gives a shit about some fucking executive?
Look, do you actually think that Dave Filoni looks at him go like this? Oh, you can't do that. This and he want that. I bet Dave Filoni want to say shit.
But I believe Dave. Yes, I believe Dave Filoni is a very short man with a very big ego. And yes, I think if anybody else gets praise, he gets jealous, he turns red, and then tries to shit on him.
And he gets mad. Exactly.
I mean, it was clear with the Timothy, the Zahn thing. It was clear as day. There's no reason why Zahn had to come out and say, yeah, he talked to me one time. That was him shooting back. And by the way, he's not the one. If you want to go for somebody, Timothy's not I'm telling you, he's not the one. He will kick you out of your boots. He has proven he has done it before. He didn't just I know JJ is like, oh, we can't talk about what's his name because he died or whatever. That isn't the only one he gave the middle finger to. He fucked Lucas. He bent him over and said, thank you. Have another.
It's still happening right now, though. I mean, Filoni's Thrawn, and even in Rebels to a degree, and especially in Ahsoka, is not the Thrawn that Zahn is writing right now in his novels at all. So,
yeah, I know.
I mean, it's
that's because Rob Liefeld's stuff was shit.
All right, now we get to the big news.
You probably asked Kelly.
This is the stuff that I was fascinated about. But if you're a Star Wars fan, the big hot thing this week, Star Wars Battlefront 2 had a huge resurgence because of Andor. The Steam player count hit an all-time high 8 years after release, and the console ones aren't doing too bad either. So Marco is the expert on this panel about Battlefront 2. Why do we care?
I mean, you don't have to, but their continuous play, where they had the open, whatever you want to call it, the Battle Royale or the open thing. It was right before Battle Royales took off after they got rid of microtransactions. The game actually was pretty damn decent. You know what I mean? And it had a revival already one time during that time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. My older brother, especially in the time of the old COVID, we would play this together too online, back and forth. It was something that was kind of cool to do because you could interact with each other, and they literally, for the people that don't know, Battlefront 2 came out and it was a disaster because of the microtransactions. It was an absolute disaster. But then about a year and a half later, just prior to COVID, they got rid of the microtransactions, and they made it better. They made it like Battlefront, the other game that they have. You know what I mean? So it was kind of nice. They started adding in more characters. You could do one-on-ones. Now, they still had a premium counter to get certain characters, but after a 3-month period, it drop off, and the free FTP, free to play stuff. And I'm cheap as shit, so every game I do FTP. But FTP grinding got a lot better. Now, I mean, people are looking for games, and they're going back to stuff that FTP works out, where you're not. I mean, shit. PlayStation 5s are a bazillion dollars, and it's still. And if you're going out for the new Switch, what is it? $400. Games going 80. They're going back, just like everything else. People are going back, and for about 2 years, people thoroughly enjoyed the gameplay that they implemented after the microtransactions in this game. So I am not surprised. It's kind of like what was the KOTOR one, the open world one?
Yeah, Old Republic.
Old Republic. Yeah, like I think Old Republic's still going on, isn't it?
It's still going on. It's got a new update coming out this week.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the weirdest part about Star Wars is some of these games that start off to be shit, like KOTOR, Old Republic, and everything else. Eventually, you look at it 20 years later, 10 years later, and you're like, holy shit, there's another revival on this thing. And Battlefront 2 is one of them that has it.
Yeah.
So what happened? Are they up, JJ?
No, they're by 2.
It's tied to Andor. That's really what I think brought a lot of people back.
Yeah, they got the petition that's up. They want the Battlefront 3.
Yeah, what's next thing right here? So this guy right here,
they're not getting this shit.
This guy is like the Battlefront 2 wizard, I guess. He spent more than 500 hours playing this game, and so he has a petition up there for Battlefront 3, and the developers have responded saying that they would love to do a Battlefront 3, but it would take 5 to 6 years.
You've already fucked it up once. Don't go. No.
Yeah, they would like money.
5 to 6 years, man. What the fuck, man?
It's hard to build a game from.
Well, you got to build it from scratch, more or less.
You got to hire
people now.
Yeah, you can't use the same dice thing anymore. It'd be for PlayStation 6 at that point.
It's going
to be late 5, maybe.
The problem with Battlefront is if you redid it, it's the whole problem with Battlefront is after the first 6 months.
Get you next, Dubs. I'll get your question.
After the first 6 months, it's tough, right? Because the updates don't come out and everything else, and the game starts to die off, and they screwed it up, and there's microtrans every single time with these Star Wars games. It doesn't matter if it's KOTOR, Old Republic, it doesn't matter if it's Battlefront, and then they have to drop off. The price to pay now just to put the game in is so effing expensive that you are not going to have that 6 months anymore. You're just not going to be able to do it.
It's kind of got to be, though, because the problem with these games a lot of times is they take so long and you have to work on them for so. You literally have 2 teams. You have a team that basically develops the game, and you have an ongoing team that keeps the game alive, more or less, as long as the servers are up. You look at a game like Destiny, like a game as a service type thing. It's been going for Destiny 2's been going for 6-7 years at this point. I think it finally is just ending its last expansion. Bungie's had to have a team working on that for 7 years. That's a lot. That's a long time for game development studio to have a team working on something. So.
Yeah. No, this guy's Willman has played this game for a long time. I guess he's like 18 years old, so he said he played it when he was 12. Started playing it back then. So
shit. People started playing this game when they were
first. How he knew Star Wars.
And now Star Wars is still going on, and they're freaking their 50s now, 40s and 50s.
Yeah. All right. Here's a question from Dubs for Andor. We want some novel recommendations for Andor Rogue One to go alongside.
Catalyst.
Catalyst is a great
Catalyst.
book. Don't read the one that we reviewed a couple weeks ago with the Mon Mothma, where she becomes cyborg.
Yeah, let's get 2 more parts.
There's still 2 more parts to that one, so maybe it will get better. But no, Catalyst is a great book. There's some other ones, but I would say Catalyst is the best one to read. There's another Gen book. What was the other Gen book that came out? Do you remember? Yeah, you're watching the final.
No, watching. There's only a minute left. I'm sorry.
I can't think of the title for the other Gen book.
Yeah.
It's a kid. It's a young adult book.
Yeah, and there's other ones that are like it that aren't directly related. Like Lost Stars takes place around the same kind of era.
Lost Stars is my favorite Star Wars novel of all time.
Yeah, it's not related at all to Andor, but it's the same era of Star Wars. I don't know. I can't think of anything else top of my head.
Yeah, Catalyst is a good one to pick up.
Also, hey, you got the Reign of the Empire, which takes place with Mon Mothma. That.
Yeah, that's one we said.
Rebel Rising.
Rebel Rising. That's the other one.
And Guardians of the Wills. Guardians of the Wills.
Again, not direct. Oh.
And also Battlefront 2, the Inferno Squad. There's a connection. It's You know?
Yeah, I mean,
And then of course the comic Ashes
again
of Jedi.
later on, there's
What
lots
was
of
the
books.
what was the Kanan here? And I mean, that's not directly related, but it's the same. It's like the
Dawn.
beginning of the rebellion.
Dawn
Yeah, New
of-
Dawn.
Yeah, New Dawn. So
Yeah.
some good books from that era. All right, for you people out there, Marco's not here. I'm sure Marco watches this with his kids. Lego Masters Season 5 debuted this week, and their debut episode for the new season, Rebuild the Galaxy. If you're not watching Lego Masters is a great show. And they often have a Star Wars show. This one was everybody had to build their best Star Wars creations. There were some pretty bad ones, in my opinion. There was one where somebody built a dog park in Star Wars, and I'm like, I don't know if Star Wars needs a dog park with Legos, but whatever.
Flavor's a Rancor.
Yeah, like Rancors would be cool, but dog park maybe not so much. Are there even dogs in Star Wars? We got that one thing that was like an Andor
Little
that
cats.
beat on
You could have a
B2
little cat
Emo.
park.
But yeah, but they had like a
Sure.
karaoke bar that was kind of fun. This is something right up Marco's alley, I'm sure. But as you're saying, Lego Master Season 5 kicked off, Marco. You watched that with the kids, maybe. And Star Wars was the first episode of Lego Master Season 5. So, yeah, great
I
show.
tried watching it one time. It's so fucking annoying. I couldn't watch.
Great show. And the Star Wars one was
Isn't it like a Bake Off show, but like with Legos?
you're building with Lego.
Bro,
Yeah.
I
You're
watched
just building
literally
the best things, and they got
It was
you got
streaming
Jamie
on.
and Amy here and
Yeah.
Will Arnett. Jamie and
It
Amy
was
are the
streaming
judge.
on.
They were-
It was so annoying. The voices are just so annoying. I just like no.
It's a great show. Great show to watch with kids. So anyway,
This is
if
not
you
a great
wanna
show to
watch
watch
Star
with
Wars
kids.
content
You're better
Star
off
Wars
giving them
content of the
cocaine and
week
hookers. It is
with Lego
terrible.
Masters Season 5. All right, this one's for Dom. Dom thinks this is the best thing of all time. I don't even think it looks like Darth Vader's car. But there's a
Batman.
limited edition
I am Batman.
Darth Vader Ferrari. There's only 25 of them
Total?
announced.
Wait, what? Is there 25 that are Darth Vaders and another 25 that are
That's it.
Batman?
Or
These
25
are all,
available in the world.
that's the whole car. I don't know.
Batman. This looks more Batman than Vader.
I think it looks more
It
Batman
It
too.
looks like Bruce Wayne's Lamborghini he would drive. Like
Vader,
Bruce
it's a fucking
Wayne.
Vader-mobile, man.
How is that a Vader-mobile? It doesn't even look like Vader-mobile. What the?
Dude, Vader's all black. What do you want? They made a black Ferrari of
It
Vader.
looks like Batman's car.
I'm Batman.
It looks like Dom's right, but it just looks like a black Ferrari.
Yeah.
So the regular one costs
Is
$900,000.
it's not all black. It's got white on the front of it. Maybe I don't know.
The regular one costs
Yeah,
$900,000. The limited edition one, I've seen go from somewhere between 1.2 to somebody speculates it can be $20 million.
Oh, thank you.
You know who buy this? Freaking what's his name? The center for the freaking Spurs. He's
He
a
can't
diehard
fit in
Spurs
this
fan.
car.
He's the center of the Spurs.
He
He
can't
got
fit
money.
that thing.
That doesn't prevent him
He's
from buying
7
one.
foot tall. He's not going to fit this little Ferrari.
Great.
You'll just buy it to have it put aside.
Careless is good.
Yeah, there's no
What?
way he's buying that car.
Hey, I'll tell. Yeah, it's not.
Anybody who has money can buy this car. Any of those damn pro athletes.
No, a lot of those guys
Buy it
don't.
for driving
Hey,
around.
hey, spoiler alert, Dom. You know how they keep their money? They don't buy these fucking cars.
Yeah,
They
a lot
will
of-
lease
a lot
every
of
once in
them
a while a
don't-
car,
lot
but
of
they don't
athletes
buy it.
keep their money.
This is stupid. But okay.
No, Wave Seeker, you're stupid. But go on.
I put this in there because Dom asked me to put it in there.
Thank you.
It
looks
doesn't even
badass.
look like
If I had
Vader.
the money, I would buy this shit. Drive to your house.
This is why you have no money.
Yeah,
This is why you broke.
yeah. This is why you're
Because
broke.
you'd buy this car.
Yeah, they do. They lease. They lease. They don't typically buy. They lease.
Anyway,
Like every financial advisor or something.
that is the week.
Yeah. Hey, I'm wearing a Vader shirt. This is actually dark blue. It's not even black. But yeah, we're wearing Vader shirts. That was the news. Holy crap. Well, that was thank God this is a quick Memorial Day weekend for this show, so we're probably gonna hey, but check this out. Meyer probably knows this. Zelda, the Wind of whatever it's called. Is there a way to grind XP in that game?
Wind Waker?
No, what's
Breath
it
of the
called?
Wild?
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can grind anything, but
I mean, does that help? The kid just is like, hey man, could you grind for a little bit? And I'm like, yeah, I can grind, but I don't know what to grind.
do like the small side quest stuff.
Okay.
That'd
Just
be
not
best
just
bet.
wandering around and beating up the little side reanimated guys that no, that doesn't do nothing. Okay.
No, I mean it does, but you'd be better off just doing a small side quest and getting better equipment.
Okay. Yeah, I might do
If
that.
you're gonna spend like an hour or something playing it.
Yeah, I might just cook up some. I found out how to get some food and cook it up, so maybe I'll do that for them so they can get more XP and whatever. But yeah, that's cool. XP farm or just can just YouTube Zelda Breath of the
Game
Wild?
not even over yet. We got one more segment, and it's JJ's segment, but he's like, I don't gotta watch basketball.
Oh.
Another.
Give me.
Yeah,
20
wait, how much?
seconds.
Yeah. Get hearts and stamina. How do you get hearts and stamina? Is it through regular XP or is it? I don't know. Buffy, what do you say? If you spend $1 million on a car, yeah, that's a bad point.
That's true.
How much time's left on the game, JJ?
8 seconds.
8 seconds to score.
Good question. This is about the Grogu Amanda movie.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. What do you want?
Yeah.
Grogu Amanda movie. Give or take, high or low.
Pretty much over with.
Is it going to make less money than Solo or more money than Solo?
More money.
They'll make more money because they're not gonna, dude. Solo, they didn't ever like Solo. They advertised it 2 weeks before the movie came out.
It's the first Star Wars movie in 5 years plus.
Oh.
7 years at that point.
Not
People
to mention
go to watch
tickets
it
are going to be
to see it.
$20 a piece.
Yeah.
The tickets were only $6 for Solo.
And kids are going to want to go to it because it's Grogu.
Well,
Oh, it's
not
going to
just
make
kids,
so much
people
more
in
money.
general.
All right, say if it made the same amount of money as Solo, what happens?
Nothing.
They're not going to make any more Mando stuff.
Hold on. Oh, wait. If it makes the same as Solo?
Yeah.
If it makes the same as Solo, Dave's gone.
Yeah.
And
Well,
John
I
and Dave
highly
are
doubt it
gone.
I highly doubt it costs as much as Solo because they shot a lot of it in volume.
No, actually, it's
I'm
less
sure
than
it's
Solo.
cheaper too. But
Much
I mean,
more.
I don't think it costs
You
nearly
get the
as much.
volume, too.
if it only did what Solo did, yeah, it'd be gone. But
It's
not,
gone.
That's not a
It's
possibility.
It's gone.
That's not a possibility.
If it makes like 500, Solo made almost, I think, 400 million or something like that total. If it makes
Listen.
about 500 million and its budget is only 100 million, that's pretty good.
Solo would have made a lot more money if
He said less, so it's gonna be like 300 million.
it would have
With
made
the marketing
a lot
that they
more
do with
money
Grogu, it's gonna.
if the Last Jedi didn't come out 6 months prior, and people did not go see Solo,
Also,
and
too,
it came out.
Globally, fucking Grogu and Mando are going to make its money back.
well, not only that, the merchandising.
Oh, it
Grogu,
will.
right?
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not.
you're gonna make a shit ton more merchandise.
And I'm gonna tell you this: it
that's
won't make the money if Boba Fett's not in it. It's gonna be shit like the Mando season 3.
This game's over.
Mando season 3. I'm telling you, Boba Fett's got to be in it to give it anything.
What are you talking about?
Because it's gonna be on freaking Tatooine. Your Boba Fett better be in that shit. Wayseeker, because I will buy that $25 million car, drive it to your house, smack you, come back, it's all Mister.
What? What are you?
I
What
don't know
in
what you're
God's
talking
name?
about.
are
I
you
told
talking-
Wayseeker that I will,
Gone too
as long
far.
as I'm fucking breathing, I'm gonna say shit. I'm gonna say it all.
I mean,
Yes.
from his mouth to your ears, people. I don't. What? Okay, go ahead, JJ. Let's get to your segment now.
All right,
Now,
do it. Be a
Guess!
slight tinge
what?
of depression for
What's that?
second forward because I just lost by like 6 points.
Oh
But-
yeah. I saw. Guess what? These collectibles sold for.
Yeah, we need like an intro or something for this. I don't know. Like a Price is Right style.
You should be lighting up. Guess.
All right.
But
I'm
last
really
week we did
believe
Andor
that, yes.
collectibles. We enjoyed it.
believe it.
We're deciding to do con collectibles because con season is quickly approaching. Are we less than 2 months away from San Diego, right? Yeah, at this point,
We're what, 6 weeks away?
yeah,
Are we?
6 or 7 weeks away. So.
Well, San Diego Comic Con is
I
July.
mean, it's like into July, isn't it?
July
Yeah.
24th to 27th.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
7 weeks.
All right, so first up, a seldom remembered. Again, to preference, if anybody doesn't remember from last week, I'm going to do several different kind of collectible categories. I even added a few more in there mixed in, so all kinds of different stuff. So prepare yourself. These are Star Wars con collectibles, so you could only at least originally buy these at cons. So first up, we have the Marvel Lando #1 Topps variant card exclusive. This was made to look like one of
Lando
those
Mando.
living card sets from Topps. This is still, it was sold still in this polybag, so near mint raw polybag copy.
$20.
You say 40? Is that one?
20.
20?
I have
What
never
did you say?
seen this. but this
You've never
comic
seen
is
this?
so not wanted. Nobody cares about this stuff. That I'm gonna go 8.
No. Go over what it is again.
He's like, I don't even know what it is. I don't care.
No, I want to hear something because I'm listening for something. Go ahead.
It's the first Lando the first series of Lando for Marvel
Yeah.
from 2015, the #1 issue. It was an SDCC exclusive. It's Topps that was modeled after one of Topps cards, but it is
Was it with a Topps booth too, or was it just with?
No, it's just a cover. It looks like a Topps card. That's
Hold
it.
on.
It-
Hold on,
I think
Doug.
it just looks like a Topps card. I don't know where they sold it at the con. I imagine it was sold at the Topps booth, but I don't know.
At the Topps booth. Okay. Yeah,
It's
that
with the
makes a
twins.
difference. That's what I was waiting for.
It's with the, the
$30.
$30. All right.
Sure, I'm low on this one, but I wouldn't pay more than $8.
Two
I'll tell you this
$2.99.
much.
I'm going
$1.99 and 2 for $50.
They got some. We got
Somebody was
225
right
in
on-
chat. We got a 165 in chat. It's
165.
6 to Ruben are right.
50,
Ruben might
60.
pay 225 for it. I totally believe that, but
Well, one of you was right on the nose. I'll say that much, and it was. Did it go?
20?
There you go.
Dom.
Dom at $20.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. What did I
Sold-
say?
I didn't put the date
You
on there,
said-
but I think it sold about a
you
week
said
ago.
30.
$20.
Yeah, I didn't listen to what anybody else said. I just
I said 8. So
All right.
All right. We got
Mr.
a couple
Allen.
others.
29. Do
Another
you guys have Mr.
unusual
Allen's out
con
there?
exclusive.
I like this cover.
I don't like this cover. Afro looks so weird on this cover.
I
Oh
like
my
this cover. This is one of the
I
few
like this
Phil
cover.
Noto covers I like.
This is about a
Um,
$60 book.
No way.
Okay, Tom's guessing $60. Let me preference it real quick. This is the Vienna Comic Con variant for Vader 1. Vader 1 had a ass ton of exclusives. Like
Vader
I'm
down,
talking
yeah.
like I think there's like 39 covers for this book.
And there was a lot of different store variants and stuff like that.
Yeah. But this one was the
There's
Vienna,
zillions.
as in Vienna, Austria Comic Con variant by Phil Noto.
There's probably 5,000 of these because
Raw
they,
near mint, by the way.
there's probably 5,000 of these so you can get the 14999. So I'm gonna go 11.99.
That's just $60.
Yeah, I think it's probably close. I think it's probably half of that. It's probably 30. I'm going with 30 again. I think it dropped.
Okay, so we got a 30 in the
11.
chat. We got
Yeah, because I think somebody's right here.
used to
But
be
you say
60,
used to be
but it's now
60.
15.
Now
I
13.
think it's 11.99. I went below that. Yeah.
$74.99, $19.99 plus shipping. They're adding shipping in. What's shipping? Is shipping over $10?
You're probably right. I didn't calculate shipping on any of
It
these.
could be from it's coming over from Vienna, but
No, it's probably locally. It's probably down the street.
No,
they're
this
charging
is-
you 20.
This is
bucks.
I'll say this much. It's not a foreign sale. This is a local U.S. sale. There's one
Yeah.
foreign sale coming up. But
This is so like $60.
11.99.
$15. Waste Secret is
15.
closest.
You were the closest there, Wookie.
Yeah.
Or
Now,
was
I'll
it
tell you this much.
What'd you say?
One of you,
Basinger?
Marco
Well, I said
about-
11.99. Wookie said 13.99.
What'd
Marco
you say?
said
Go ahead.
Marco said about $30. Guess what? A 9.8 copy sold for just after this raw.
$30.
$30.
$30 for 9.8.
I actually like this cover. I like
That's
it.
the only way I
wouldn't
buy
pay
it.
30.
Not 8, baby.
I wouldn't pay
Afro,
30
Marco's
bucks
got
for 98 on this
Screen.
book.
She's got to
That's
make
how
it to the screen sometime.
much I don't care about it.
Dr. Afro. Come on, Dr. Afro.
I wouldn't pick this up for $6 if I saw it in the shop.
So I said there was a lot of covers for Vader Down #1.
This is
Which-
a cool cover. I've never seen
This
this
is
cover.
the Asia Pop Comic Con exclusive from Pepe Larraz.
That's
This is
about
The Invader Down. So
$45.
I'll say this much: probably more rare. People see this one less. I think this is probably the least known Vader Down cover. Probably.
$45.
I could see this one be more than that.
No,
I'm gonna
I think
go
it's more
60.
than that. $100.
I'm gonna go 60.
Yeah, 60, 100.
We got
We got a
55 in
55.
chat,
55.
45 from
45.
Ruben.
45. Yeah, this one's a tough one.
This
It's
one,
pretty.
I'll say this much: this one was a foreign sale. It was a sale from Great Britain.
Oh yeah, they overpay for all types of shit. $100. No, they don't work. They're always
You
on
make
vacation.
everybody. It's closest.
57
Yeah.
You guys aren't too far off. Comic
60.
70. I mean,
70. Look at Chef.
no,
70.
it was
He's over, it
50
doesn't
British. It was 50 British pounds. So if you said
Oh,
50,
yeah.
you're right in the pounds. But to dollars, it's $67.
That's a cool cover though. Again, never seen that one.
Sorry, Chef's really good. Chef, you would. He's off by $3.
All right, we
Yes.
got one more that's
Ooh.
not really a comic, but a Star
This
Wars
isn't a
con
comic.
collectible that I'm sure Dom will love and probably
Dom
get.
has
I seen this
74
one
of
time. I
these.
want to buy it. I want a
You've
9.8
seen
on
it.
this. I want to try to find a 9.8. I seen this. I want to get this book.
He seems
This is the Dallas Comic Con Dave Dorman collectible program. I'm
It's
pretty
taken
sure
off
you
the-
just got one. I don't think you bought it. I think you just got one as a.
It's
yeah, it's a program.
it's
book. You just
Indiana
pick it up.
Jones. It was supposed to be like an Indiana Jones cover. They took Indiana Jones out and put Boba Fett
It is an Indiana Jones homage with Boba Fett
homage cover.
Yeah. doing a damsel in distress rescue.
The last one of this I saw was $59.
I pulled a different
Shoulder
price. So
asking price.
eBay really limits the time you can go back. I had to use the way back machine, and I saw one sale from 3 years ago. So this last sale from 3 years ago.
This is
takes
pandemic price. That's a pandemic price.
Pandemic
Well,
price.
It kind of is, and it kind of isn't. So what I did for this one, I'm going to give you two guesses. First, you get a guess at what the raw from a couple years ago sold for, and then you get a guess what the listed price of the only copy on eBay right now.
Ooh, the only product comic
graded?
you would say
Is it
220
Is
because
it
somebody's
graded
an idiot trying to
Neither
get
one
too
is
much
graded.
money
Neither
for
one
it.
is graded.
He's supposed to be
Raw.
Leia.
Yeah.
Yeah, who
I'm
is
gonna
that lady? Is
say
it
the
supposed to be
sale was-
Leia?
I don't
The
really
sale
know.
was for
I always assumed it
75.
was Leia, but I don't know. He may have just used it anyway.
The sale was
I
for
need this.
75 and the listing is for 220.
I'm $60. $60 and
I
$1,000.
split it up so you can give me just the raw.
Well, I said
first.
$59.
I'm $60 and $1,000.
No,
Asking price is $1,000.
$1,000.
and I said $59 and asking price $100.
69, 250. Yes, at $60. 235.
You guys are all a little low. So
Woo!
the raw,
Oof.
180.
Wow.
Granted, that was like 3 years ago. So
Ah, yeah, wow.
180 for a raw.
But I did see $59 at one time, and I didn't want it because
Yeah.
I want a graded copy. I want a
It
9.
sells all like a lot of people don't list it very well, so it sells all over. But that was about the high I saw from about 3 years ago. Now the listed price, only copy on eBay, they got it for
$1,000. I was pretty close.
You were
Wow.
close.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what's crazy about this? So I got the other one. Remember the two books that came out for the? It was the Red Valley Comic Con. It came out in the pandemic. I got the 9/8. It was two Boba Fett. It was a virgin cover and a regular cover, and it was a program. See, this is. I've been looking for this one. This is one book.
There's other ones of this that sell. There's an Adam Hughes that sells.
Yeah,
real
yeah.
well.
The Hughes one
Um,
sells a lot.
There's a Dave Dorman did another one that was Kit Fisto, I think.
Yeah, but this has been eluding me. This one. I really want to get this one.
Well, it wasn't. You could have.
I know.
You could have
bought
paid
it.
money.
Tom, it was your fault for not buying one for $60.
You can go buy one
I
right
know.
now for $750.
No, basically, it was $59 when I saw this a few years back.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
said,
it's your
you'll
fault.
see some. I know I couldn't find them on eBay because you can only go back so far now. But I know from history in my mind that I've seen some sell for much less because a lot of times they're just listed as like Dallas Comic Con program or something like that, and they sell for much less. So they're very expensive.
Interesting.
Now we'll move on to the world of cards. People probably remember this from last year. Marco probably remembers this. This was sold as a pack. There was, I think, 6 cards in a convention exclusive pack. that
Yeah,
This
Star
is
Wars
coming up
Unlimited
again.
did.
They got another one coming up.
50 bucks.
We're looking at just the Darth Maul.
So the whole pack was
Whoa.
$100.
Yeah, whole pack retail for $100. Whole pack is now worth more. I'll tell you that much.
50
What
bucks.
do you guys think? Just the raw copy of a Darth Maul sold for?
What it used to sell for?
When
No,
it sold,
Probably
sell for now?
$100. Oh, sell for now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
All these sales are from, for the most part, from May, except for 2 of them.
I'm gonna say
Yeah, I'm still at 65. I'm somewhere around there.
yeah,
$500.
wow.
50 bucks.
man. It's
$500
interesting to
is
see.
almost what the pack costs. The pack costs about $350 now.
That's
Oh,
amazing, and they sold at a lot of different conventions. So I mean,
125 on this.
Yeah,
125.
but we're talking just this one card out of this.
125. 125. 125.
I said
25.
60.
Yeah. What did I
On
say
your head.
originally? Can't remember what I said originally.
We got 220 in chat. We got 800. We got
375,
325.
500.
I think Chef's talking like full pack price. She's not wrong. He's about right.
All right, go ahead. What do we got?
$50 on May 1st.
Oh,
Okay.
the phone.
So at least you're
50
pretty
bucks.
close.
That's still
50
good price for something that just came out last year at a con.
The weird part about that pack is so the packs now sell for around 300 to maybe 350, somewhere in that. But if you value up the individual cards and what they sell for less than the pack. So if you got this thing at home, sell it sealed. Keep it sealed and sell it sealed.
It's wild.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's
usually
how
the
cards
cards
are.
themselves
Comics,
usually the mall and the Vader are worth the most, but every other card sells for about 20 to 30. Right, next up, 2019 Topps drop at New York Comic Con, an on-demand set limited to only.
Hey, Wayseeker. Same facial features
So
as Wayseeker.
You missed the joke. This is my doppelganger.
Oh, okay, I get it, kind of. But we get to the point where now there's two things about this card. It's General
$1,
Hux.
Bob.
Nobody cares about General Hux, but it's also 1 out of 99. So remember from last week, 1s and 99s are usually worth
$12.
I'm gonna go high on this one. I'm gonna go $275.
Wow, big swing. Big swing.
Card people are
We got
crazy.
$1. We got Dom's at like 12.
I'm at. I don't know.
$275.
I'm at. For some reason, card people are crazy.
This is the number one. This is 1 out of 99 on the series.
I'm gonna go 165. 25
Marco,
bucks.
it's actually got a 19 and a 25. The winner.
Really?
Huh.
138.
I said $12.
It probably would have sold for less, but I'll tell you this much: this
Good
top
job, Chef.
2019
Chef
exclusives from New York Comic Con are actually pretty hard to find. I know they're numbered to 99, which is not super low for cards, but at the same time,
Well, I have.
they actually are hard to find. Like I literally could not find a picture of this. I had to use the guy's eBay picture, which is kind of blurry.
I have a
crappy
Boba
pictures.
Fett from San Diego Comic Con that came out. A Topps card Boba Fett, graded 10, a PSA. And I got it for cheap.
Is
And
it
it
numbered?
actually goes for about $300, $400 sometimes.
All right, we got one card left. I don't know why it made my 4 out of 5 look so small, but this is the 2023 New York Comic Con Topps exclusive. This time around, they did it in packs, so you could pull different packs of refractors, like numbered.
Oh, he
red,
said the
orange,
keyword
and-
refractor.
So
Yeah, this is a
$215.
red refractor
$215.
labeled
It's an 8 though.
number 4 out of 5. So there's
Yeah,
only
4 out of 5.
these made.
Can you get
But
these
it's
in
rated
TED?
in
You
a
can get these in
PSA
TED.
8.
$215.
Yes, and hold on. Let me ask again. PSA is the one you want, right?
Yeah, it's the
The
premier
PSA is the company you want.
It's the
the
largest
CGC
grade.
But you
front.
don't- Eight's okay. It's not great.
It's not bad for a trading
But it's a
card.
4 out of 5. So and it's a
I get that.
And it's a fractor.
fractor card. So you know what? $215. That's what I go for. That's it.
215.
I'll go 160.
I'm going
$115,
$85. $85.36.
85.36.
85.
Marco wants to make sure nobody goes.
Now this was March 1st, so this
All
is one of
going
the
over.
older sales of the thing, but
Woo,
Wow.
270.
270.
$10 card refractor, 4 out of 5. Two equals 200.
He's not
He was
wrong.
almost
Very
right.
wrong.
Yeah.
He was almost right.
He's
A
not
lot of 125s.
I said $215.
Also, popular character helps. Yoda being a fairly popular
Mhm.
character helps.
Okay. Anything else? Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we got
of
more.
course.
Of course. This
We're
is
in
bullshit.
Dom's
This
world
is-
now. We're in
This is
Dom's
JJ
world.
bought this one, so I don't know how much JJ spent. I'm gonna say JJ spent $12,000 on this one, probably. Throw it off.
So we got these.
I say $17.
2022 New York Comic Con exclusive B2 Emo Funko.
$17.
Dom says $17.
I'm gonna say that it was $100, but then they gave you a $125 gift card for
Voucher?
purchasing it.
You all got it for free with a cup of coffee.
So a
I'm gonna
negative
go-
$25, sir.
$42. Bob, $42.
$42.
25 cents, $28. I don't know, 20 bucks. I think 20 bucks.
Does it come with the dog that's urinating on it? Because
The
that might
Peon.
jump it up
No, it
too.
did not.
Well, 20 bucks.
Pop plus the sticker,
20.
26 bucks. 99 says 60 bucks. The correct answer is 35
Dog,
bucks.
Ruben hit it on the
35.
nose.
Oh, Ruben hit it. Yeah, 35.
To emo,
That's 'cause he
$35.
bought it.
That's why.
Ruben probably did buy
He's
it.
the one that bought it.
For his purchase.
Yeah, Ruben wins this game because
Ruben, you
he's bought all
can't
the
you can't guess
You
on
can't
shit
be
you
buying
bought.
stuff and knowing the prices, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
get out of here with that shit. All right, what
Oh,
else
this
we
is
got?
good.
All right. Now I purposely didn't
Oh.
choose a Boba Fett pop because I know Dom would probably know the
I have
answer.
it.
So I picked a different pop. This is 2016 in my CC exclusive again. This is the Qui-Gon Jinn Funko. This was limited to 2,000 pieces.
Do you have the-
$14.50.
Do you have this one?
$14.50. I don't have this. No.
This one is going to be worth
$1,415.
$1,400.
$14.50. Yeah. This is expensive. I'm telling
He's
you.
not wrong. This is expensive. I'm going with.
I got to go higher than I was
600
going to
bucks.
go now. But I ain't
600
going
bucks.
high.
600 bucks. 600 bucks. 600 bucks.
I'll go 525.
This is like the peak. This is peak pops.
We'll keep
Yeah,
it
but
at
the
60
prices are
bucks.
coming down on these things.
Not these. The Grails still are holding
Not the
Or they're
grails.
wrong.
I
Don't
don't
say
buy
grails
it.
when you say pops. 600.
I don't buy it.
$14.50.
600. 600. 600.
525.
875. I'll tell you, you're all
16 bucks seems
you're
right.
all way too high.
Oh,
Dude,
good,
was it
because I was
$2?
going to say 68 bucks until Dom said 14.
Dude,
Oh,
Dom
way
screwed
too
us
low.
on this one because I was going to say $1.95.
I was gonna say
Y'all believe in
68.
Dom, and you're all wrong.
Wow.
$320.
Oh, well, that's still fucking way too expensive. No.
Hey,
Hey, whoa. Hey, no.
Dom,
I
Dom,
don't-
Dom's off
Hey.
by $1,000.
I'm not even done yet. You say way too expensive, and I put the question mark behind it because
Oh,
this
shit.
one actually jumped quite a bit. There was one about 2.5 weeks before this that only sold for 190 on like 20 bids. So,
Still, that's way more than I thought this thing would originally sell for.
Until Dom said
Dom.
1,400. I'm like, Dom knows this
Dude,
stuff.
no, this
Dom
was
knows
going,
pop. I'm gonna
this was
trust
going
Dom.
for over $1,000 at one time.
I mean, I was going to
At
say
one time.
$1.25. I was,
at
but
one time.
so I'm still expecting.
Yeah, I would sell this thing so fast too.
Yeah, I would sell this faster. You couldn't get it out the door.
All right, let's go to something a little bit harder that nobody has a base in. Ornaments. The 2022 Hallmark Star Wars Gronk and Mouse Droid SDCC exclusive. This is limited to 3,000.
These are expensive.
Yeah,
so I'll say 75 bucks.
aren't as
$75.
old. I'm gonna go 80.
75.
Here's what I'm going to say about this. This has got two things going for it. One, three things. One, it's Hallmark. Two, it's Christmas.
Mhm.
Three,
Mhm.
and everybody loves Christmas except for Wayseeker. And three is Gronk Droid, which is a very subcategory
And
group.
it's limited.
People love
collectors.
gunk droids. I don't get it,
collectors.
but people have like it's like talking to people about ships.
I have a friend who collects them, and he probably
You're
has
wasting
300
half your life
at his
talking
wedding.
about gunk droids.
His flower presentation on the wedding table were Gronk Droids.
That's weird.
Like that's what the vase was.
That's weird.
Yes, I agree. I'm going to say one. What the fuck you want me to say about that? Yeah, I have one here too.
It's the right answer. I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell you.
I mean, it's $168.
68. You're all pretty close. Well, Marco's a little high.
That's probably him guessing 113.
I got 80, so I was
That wasn't
Wait
no.
a
Hey,
second,
the Gronk
95
droids. The
bucks.
Gronk droids on the table weren't the weird part. They actually had like two Gronk droids, like
Yeah,
real
yeah.
life size Gronk droids on each side of the table.
Christmas Star Wars ornaments are
Okay.
some of them are worth a lot of money, and some of
And
them.
there's people that
It was
just
cool,
collect
though. That was
This
kinda
crosses
cool.
over
Really
two
like
things,
life
right?
size.
There's people that collect Hallmark, like what Marco said. They're just Hallmark ornament collectors, and there's also Star Wars collectors. So
We'll keep
Cross
that
over
wrong.
two things.
They guys got it was. What are you talking about? What's wrong with the Gronk, dude? No, the life size Gronks
He's
were
got,
cool as shit.
he's got Dom, he's got Blue Bear Boy, and he's got Gong Droid.
Yeah.
They're his friends.
Yeah, this well, I mean, just a diverse group. What's wrong with that? I have more friends than that. I mean, come on. What's wrong with
All right.
that? He married a woman.
And an interesting thing
somebody
is-
said yeah.
do you think this 2023 SCCC exclusive Hallmark ornament of Darth Revan is going to be worth more or less? I think it's also 3,000.
Less than the Gronk droid.
I think it's less than the Gronk
I'm
It's
droid.
gonna
less than the Gronk
say-
droid. This is $45.
I'm going to say same.
Same.
It's a
Same.
trick question. Trick question. It's the same.
Same price as the Gronk droid.
Yep.
Yeah, me and Wade.
Ruben has this one. Ruben can't guess.
Ruben has them
45.
all.
$45.
$45. Ruben can maybe answer a question that I couldn't answer here in a minute. Tommy has her to guess.
Cookie.
Well, I said,
It's
same
Revan.
thing, about
It's
40
Revan.
bucks. About $40.
$40.
See how he says it's Revan, it's Revan. He's trying to sell it to you.
He is trying to sell it. I agree.
It's 80, and we got a 77.
$40 for Chef
for
too.
$40 from Chef. You're all about right at about $40 to $50. $45 on.
I said $45. I hit it right on.
Yep. Ruben, if you have this one, can you tell us what it originally sold for? Because I couldn't find that price. If you have it, you might know. I'm just curious.
No, he bought it secondhand.
Yeah, he bought it for
Didn't
more
go
than
to
this.
CDCC
I can guarantee
yet.
it.
We'll move on to the next one. This one was interesting. This is one of the older
Ooh,
figure
these are
exclusives.
tough.
Before the Disney years. This is the Star Wars, or 2008. So before the Disney years, Star Wars Shadow Troopers Jedi Con exclusive
Totally
2-pack.
cool.
Official Hasbro 2-pack.
Hasbro. These are tricky.
It's Hasbro, huh?
$125.
I'm gonna say 300.
No.
125.
No. I think that was closer. 165.
At a 165.
I don't know. Actually, you know what?
125.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong. I've never seen this.
Wrong, high or low?
I gotta be low. I've never seen this before.
I think it's 300.
This is older.
It is. And these Hasbro.
Like, I mean, I've
and the
never
Troopers,
seen this.
People
before.
love the Troopers.
That's not what it is. I just never seen it.
It's rare. I think I could be low at 300.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Cookie.
I'm gonna go 3 1/4 just to fuck up. 301 just in case.
One got a 219 from Wookiee.
Nah, I'm gonna go 295. 295.
Right, keep changing the answer. 255 from Chef. Are we gonna lock it in?
I've locked in at 300.
All right.
Hey, all right.
55. Oh, way too high.
Oh, maybe that's why I've never seen it before. 'cause
Hey,
nobody
Chef
gives
was
a shit.
$200. Too much.
Sometimes things are so
Thank you, Ed.
rare that nobody wants them and to pay a whole bunch of money for them.
Well, you know the things that come across them. They probably sold this without realizing there's a lot more money because it looked a little beat up on top.
They're a collectibles seller, I think, that I pulled
I know,
this from.
but that was when they were pumping out the figures and having all these sets, which are really cool, man. They don't do that shit anymore.
No.
They don't do it anymore. So,
All right, we got a Hot Wheels exclusive. We're throwing a Hot Wheels one at you. 2024. This is just last year. Hot Wheels exclusive of the Royal Naboo Starship on Tatooine.
$60.
$60. Anybody else? Hot Wheels.
What is this?
50.
Hot Wheels?
2024 Hot
Okay.
Wheels. Naboo
2024 Hot Wheels. Well, dude, this originally probably sold for in itself probably like $60. So I'm gonna have to go with $82.31.
I
Marcus
think,
getting bored
I think
with this
JJ
thing.
chopped off the fence, so you might just want to go 81.
$82.31.
$50.
60. We got a 60, a 75.
Got
$60
a
bucks.
couple of 75s in the chat. We got
Yeah.
an
Yeah,
81.
75s. Maybe we're wrong.
Chat's
That's
been
not
better
too
than
far
I
off.
have. I can tell you that much.
Marco's pretty much right. I think when I saw this originally went for like $50. Yeah, it's 56 bucks.
56.
Very
okay.
close. $60, I said.
Yeah, you were over. Price is Right rules.
So we're not too far off.
Yeah, but I
Keep it on.
had called the original price for it, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Ooh,
Now
Marco
we got
knows how much
a
this
Lego.
is. Marco
I had to
has,
throw a Lego in there.
Marco
Yeah,
has
it's not
this
exclusive,
Lego.
Not do Lego. This is the 2015 STCC Lego mini build production sample of Dagobah. I forgot to put Dagobah on there, but it's Dagobah.
This
No,
is about
this is fucking expensive. as
190
shit, though.
$190 to $200.
No, it's more than that.
More than that.
This is $365.
I'm
I've
going
never
to
seen
go
this, but-
580. 580.
580.
You might not be
580.
wrong. $365.
All right, 270. There you go. That's it.
Got
275
275 for Ruben.
Anybody else?
We covered this before. We actually covered this
427.
before.
We
I know, I
have
see-
covered this one
I know
before.
we did.
So
I
it was a
remember
while
we did.
ago, but we have covered this one before.
420 for Wookiee.
430.
310.
310 on May 15th.
310. Yeah.
310.
What did I
Not
say?
too far off. A little bit high, but not far off.
Yeah, 310. I think it was close.
Now I'm gonna give you some apparel.
Dom got all of these. So
Not a fucking dime.
no. Dom has them all though. Dom's got a
Not
whole
all those.
storage unit.
You have that. I'm
This will be the
surprised
most
you
Dom's
didn't-
got a whole
part
storage
here.
unit of these. I know that.
I got the
All right,
Boba Fett ones. That's it.
Let me set it real quick. It's a 2018 SEC exclusive Porg from like Last Jedi Porg. Loungefly backpack.
Yep. Dom has
$53.
80 of these. They're probably only 82
I got the
actually
Boba Fett one.
made.
You got the friggin' nubs. I'm surprised you don't have this thing.
If they have a nubs, I'd pick one up, but
They
they
do
don't.
have the nubs.
Look,
I don't
we're
have
giving Ruben extra stuff to buy. That's not good.
I'm gonna go $22.
It's $53.
22. I wouldn't pay $22 for it, but I think there's people
I
who
think
would
it
pay
sell for more than
$22
$22 when you buy them.
What?
You say 22?
Yeah, 22.
I think once again $65,
$53.
We're ticking up. Dub says 95. Comic Chef says 120.
I wouldn't pay
$65
for
You
it.
said
I would
exclusive.
would not pay a dollar or a dime for this. I wouldn't pay.
I think
either
somebody
one.
paid
pennies too
$22.
expensive.
Somebody will.
Somebody
Whoa!
For 175
Somebody is a sucker.
Yeah,
That's
Wait
bullshit.
Seeker. I know you bought that. Man.
Dom.
I know you hit and bought that, man.
That's somebody who paid that and they're gonna return it.
It could have been. It could have been Jedi Johnson.
I will say this: Loungefly is made by the same people who make Funko Pops.
Yes. They had a
It
couple.
is
Yes.
stupidly collectible, especially to Disney collectors and stuff. So
Like a
Could have
little
been
band.
Jedi Johnson.
now I got the two next things are going to be the most interesting, I think, out of this. All right, so we got. I don't even know how to say this company's name right. I think it's Results, kind of is how you say it. I'm going to say it as Results.
Yeah, I know these things are a lot of money.
3X.
2023 SEC exclusive
Oh.
Mace Windu
This
shirt.
is about $300
and a
bucks.
3XL.
About $300.
They're hard to find 3XLs
Yes,
ever.
$300.
Yeah, it's because the majority of the fan base wears that size.
Well, yeah, it's good.
I ain't lying, bro.
It is true.
I ain't 3X, but shit. I just lost 20. I was getting to that point that I was gonna have to start looking.
$300
man.
is my call.
Woo. I'm gonna say 48.
No, this is at least $160.
I don't know. I have no idea for shirts. That's what I
Dude,
said.
I tell you,
Ruben
nerds,
says
no matter what size they
275.
are, nerds love this button up, whatever this fabric. They made a
Results.
bunch of Marvel ones like this at one point, and I swear to God, I
Yeah.
saw my
They have
friend
big
who has
Disney
a gun.
contracts, Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah, the nerds love these.
You
And
gotta
they
remember, I
ooh
can't-
la la la.
You gotta remember,
Wiki says
medium
93.
is big for
La
me.
la
I don't know
la.
what 3XLs work for.
165. And 3XL is probably more. 210 now. You're right. 3XL is probably even better.
Y'all gotta be trying to shock. I was actually a little bit shocked by this. It's a little
$90.
low.
Somebody almost hit it. Wookie
90
almost
bucks
hit it.
yesterday.
He almost did it. Yeah,
Mm.
I was the only one under.
No, because
Yeah.
Revolts, because that company, the shirts are already $70-something already, $100 already.
Yeah, they're
I've seen it.
expensive. I think
Expensive
they're
shirts.
online. They sell online between $45 and $70 usually. And these are con exclusives. I don't know what they sell for at the cons.
The 3X
They
is a fucking
sell
table.
out.
What else
That
you got
3X
for it?
sells the fuck out within the
You
I
can
got
use it as a tablecloth.
one more results shirt, and I'm
Not
going
a
to pull
fit
this
me.
because it's a little bit more unusual.
Excellent.
So this is the 2024 SEC. So this is actually the manga art.
$200
Remember little
bucks.
Dark Horse mangas? There's a trench run in an XL size.
$200
That
bucks.
was
It's my
so
size.
weird.
I would get that.
I would totally not wear that.
XL's not
Nobody
cheap.
would understand what was going on.
You don't go to cons, do you, Wayseeker?
I go to cons to look
You
for
don't go
comic
to, you go to
books.
cons and plain ass shirts, man.
120 bucks.
Yes, because I want to be
120
comfortable.
bucks.
$200
I
$100
don't
bucks.
want to
a
wear a
chef.
suit to a con. Digging
Unless
through
you go to
comic
cons,
books.
you get the compliments,
Six
man.
is-
Yeah, hey,
240.
Wayseeker, I don't fucking dress like a clown either. Ain't fucking Halloween.
I'll say 60.
$63 is what Wookie's saying.
I think it's too many crossovers with MAGA and with
Manga.
100.
Manga's a
120
totally different thing.
Whatever. Manga, MAGA, nobody gives a fuck.
Well, so you think this one? Let me ask this: do you think this one sells for more or less than the Mason?
Yeah, more. I think it sells
think
for
it's
more than
200
that.
bucks.
Where- I don't
Tom
know,
is
I haven't-
actually
60.
not far off.
Oh, there you go.
$180. So
Wow.
Mhm.
Tom, you
Not
should have
bad.
picked that one up.
not bad for a shirt. That's it. That's all I had for this week.
That's a great one, JJ.
I
Good
like
job.
that.
That was great.
We gotta do something else next time. I'm trying to think off the bat.
Yeah, Dom,
We'll try
go
to
ahead
come
and put
up
it
more.
together, man. You got
If
it.
you,
I'll
actually,
do
if anybody out there has any, put them please in the comments, not in the chat because I'll forget them. But if you have any comments of like collectibles you want to see and try to guess the price of,
Yeah,
throw them
please
in the
do.
thing.
a
Whatever
fun game.
theme it be or
This is
whatever.
a fun game. Yeah, I think everybody's enjoying this.
Throw it in the comments.
All right, that's it. Hey, thank you very much. Enjoy your Memorial Day. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna grind some Wind of whatever Zelda.
Marco's got to go to a parade and hang out with kids and pass around candy and all that.
I don't
You
even
gotta
pass
work
out the
tomorrow?
candy. I just walk. I shake hands. The city
teacher
council's
mayor.
got me in this stupid ass chat.
I gotta go to work, make holiday pay tomorrow, make some money.
Must be nice.
You know,
No, it's
Get a
not
real
nice. I'd
job.
rather be home.
you could sell some stuff.
Yeah, dude. I think everybody rather be home, Dom. Like, dude, I have to go walk in a fucking parade, then go to work. What you
I'd rather be
act
home.
like you've got the world's
You're supposed
worst
to have the day
one.
off
Oh,
work
I
if you're
get
in a parade.
triple
All right.
pay.
Listen,
I
work
get
in
triple
Times
pay to
Square.
hang
Work in-
out.
Wookie
I
wants
get triple pay to
collectible
hang out
novels.
and scroll on my
Work in
Like,
fucking.
Times
two
Square,
novels.
and you'll see
Dom.
how much you want to go to work. man. Remember
Dom, this is Dom working
Here's some,
Times Square.
that. Yo, New
I
York.
can help with that.
Yo,
This is Dom. This
that's
is
when I have
Dom.
free
Triple
time.
time right here.
That's
Dom,
when I-
triple time.
That's when I
Triple
have free
time.
time. Free
Triple
time, man.
time. Triple time. All he's doing is this. Scrolling. Oh, those boobies are nice. Let's put like.
Well, listen. That's when I
Oh,
have
that
free
Star
time.
Wars rumor is nice.
We've
Put
got your
like.
hobby. You didn't have to work until August.
Man, freaking teachers, man.
Teachers,
Bastards. Get those
teachers,
freaking free
teachers,
fucking month
and
off.
Europeans. They just
They
don't
get
work.
paid nothing. Hold on. First off, teachers. Now listen, and this is the only reason
I
because
don't know if
I've
I would
talked
want a
to.
job
Hold
the
on.
rest of the year.
Hold on now. I've talked to Wookie Fanatic and his wife. So the one thing I will say about those two, they are actually good teachers. The quality pool of teachers is horrible right now because the pay is so
Oh, here
bad.
we go.
And
So
who
good
wants to
about
deal
that.
with parents, right?
Nobody.
So yeah, you're not gonna knock Wookie Fanatic because he is underpaid.
I'm not working at anybody. I'm just
I'm
saying the
not
fact is
knocking him
that
at all.
teachers get lucky
I'm saying you
to
don't
get
have to
those
work.
months off.
Lucky, bitch,
I'd
you
rather be 3
can't
months
pay
off
me.
my job.
He gets paid like $60,000 a year. My left nut wouldn't wake up in the morning for $60,000 a year. Would not wake the fuck
In
up.
California, if I remember right.
$60,000
Fucking
is
pay
fine, but for what you
$60,000 in
put up with.
California, where you can't even like
No,
own a tent.
no, my nut ain't waking up for that. You ain't getting me out of bed for that. Not a
As a
shot.
person who's come close enough to parents as I want to by being like a volunteer referee at like youth sports,
Yeah,
that's about
parents
as
are the
close as I
worst.
want to come, and I didn't want
I'm
to
a
do
parent. I'm a parent, and I coach 3 sports. Parents are the worst.
that. They are the
And
worst.
and believe it or not, we're the biggest volunteer family at the school. We just got they just rolled out the numbers. I will tell you, parents are the worst. I will tell you, you want to start making teachers better, start paying them better because this shit you cannot pay to get this. There's no way, no
they
way.
won't.
If you don't like the principals, the vice principals, and the teachers you have, start paying them more money because
They won't.
The
They won't do
fuck
it.
you're gonna work for. I'm not working.
Because
20
people,
You
people
can't be
don't pay their
35 years old working for $20,000.
people don't want to pay their taxes. So who's going to want to give them a raise? Everybody gets
They're
mad
raising
about taxes.
Property taxes go up. So
I
people
can't
don't
wait
pay
for
it.
no tax on friggin' overtime.
Dom, you don't pay taxes anyway.
And I
What's
can't
the
wait.
difference?
I can't wait 32-hour
Don't
work
say
weeks.
that.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
32 hours.
Listen,
What?
I've been working too hard all my life, and I'm tired, man. I'm 55.
No, you haven't. You haven't worked. You haven't worked. You don't actually even work that hard, Dom. You don't.
My feet are
no.
killing me standing up, man. Yo, do
Yeah.
some-
So. Oh, crying.
It's because you walk an hour to work.
Yeah,
It's
and
not because you work hard.
because the
You
trade system
scroll.
sucks.
But
It's
the
the thing.
reason your feet hurt is because you walk an hour to work, not because of work itself.
Dude, I've been standing on my feet for freaking goddamn 30-something years. I've been doing security, man.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know my feeling on that. I've told your wife too. I really do. I enjoy talking with your wife. She's a very nice lady too, and those two are well underpaid. But Dom, you think you fucking the only person in the world that ever worked?
No, I
You
don't
think
think
you're
I'm
the
that
only
person.
person in the world whose
But
feet
it's
ever
the way
fucking
I-
hurt?
This is the way I feel. I don't care about anybody else. It's the way I feel. That's
Yeah,
the-
well, I'll tell you, you don't work worth shit. You don't work hard. You don't. You
I do work
not
hard.
work hard.
I have to
work
keep
hard.
freaking. I have to protect the hotel and
There's a lot
watch
of
for any morons that try to come in and do stupid shit.
Ooh.
I think we can have this conversation not online.
No.
Like,
I mean, he's always yelling at everybody, but he does like, okay. Yeah,
Listen,
job
man.
sucks, man. Nobody wants to work.
Just give me.
Bro, I hear you, man.
me.
Hey,
I do a lot of overtime. Give me the no tax OT. I'm gonna take
Dom, I'm telling you right now, that's not gonna help your situation.
that. As long as I'm fucking breathing, I'm gonna say shit. I'm gonna say it all.
That's
it.
100% what
That is
that
it.
was.
That is 100%.
What are you talking about? Hey, Dom, how about this? In a year, I'm going to come back to you and ask you, you better off than you were last year? Guess what? The answer is still going to be no. It's been no your entire life. So what's the difference? They should. You know what would happen? Hey, how about this? How about actually tax overtime, then use that money to improve your public transportation? Because after coming back from fucking Japan, holy shit, man. Dude, that's what you should be mad at. You should be mad that they're not using your tax money properly. You're mad at the wrong things. The first people, I will tell you this, anybody who bitches about taxes, my antenna goes up, you ain't paying taxes. Nobody pays taxes or what they think they pay in taxes.
You know why I shouldn't pay taxes? Bullies. They think they're bullies. That's why I hate people paying taxes, because they're bullies.
What are you talking about? I don't think you understand. What I'm saying is the only people I ever hear complaining about taxes, they don't actually know what paying taxes is. Like if you saw my tax bill, you would shit your pants. I have never met anybody that like people like. I don't think do I ever complain about taxes? I don't think I ever complain about taxes.
Fuck that shit. Never. I work hard for my money. And I'm not fucking.
I work harder than you.
Dude, all right. You have a business going, you got a family going, but doesn't make you better than me and what I do.
I didn't say I was better than you. I said I work harder than you.
You work harder.
You
work harder in the sitting down where you distribute things. Fine.
What are you talking about?
I've been working hard all my damn life, man. I've been in this battle since I'm 6 years old.
Dom, you don't put in more hours than me. You don't work harder than me. No.
Hey, listen.
You can try. Ask Corbin. Just ask Corbin. Corbin, who is 20 years my junior, spent 5 days with me. He kept falling asleep and said, "No, Moss, nobody works harder than this man." Okay, so don't. I can put Corbin with you. He'd be okay. He'd be scrolling through the phone too, bro. You don't. Come on. Let's stop. All right.
On that note, everybody have a great holiday weekend. Be safe. Check out the next show on Wednesday. Check out all the other great content.
Don't give anybody. Hey, listen. Don't give Dorman too. By the way, in Dom's defense, don't give him any trouble. Yeah, don't give him any trouble. Let him go. Let him stroll. Let him scroll. Give him some time. All right. Pay your taxes too. Yeah. All right. Have a good one, guys. Everybody have a good one. Let's go home. See you later. I do not work as a male open shirt model.